following is a presentation of WUEV Sports.
It's time for the Evansville Otters pregame show on 91.5 FM WUEV. Coming up prior to first pitch, we'll set the scene for today's ball game, go inside the clubhouse and interview the managers about today's matchup, and we'll take a look at what's going on elsewhere in the Frontier League. And now, to get you set for exciting Evansville Otters baseball, let's go out to the diamond with Lucas Corley. Welcome to Evansville Otters baseball on 91.5 FM WUEV. Of course, I hadn't had time to change that open yet. Our good friend Lucas Corley is now working with the Tennessee Smokies down in Tennessee. But this is Evansville Otters baseball on 91.5 FM WUEV and the Evansville Otters Digital Network presented by Kruckemeyer and Kahn Brewing Company. With Bill McHugh, freshman linebacker here tonight with you for tonight's contest from historic Bossy Field. It's game 2 of the regular season. Last night, the Washington Wild Things took game 1 on opening night 7-4 over Evansville, so the Otters looking to even the series and force the rubber match tomorrow. But talking about last night's game, Evansville got out in front early with a 2-0 lead. Then Washington with 3 runs in the third. Evansville would eventually tie the game. Then they would take a 4-3 lead. But in that 8th inning, Washington's offense came alive for a late charge, ended up taking the game 7-4, Bill.
Yeah, it was unfortunate for the Otters, but really last night wasn't a good indication of what the Otters can do because to be honest, the hitting was questionable. They put a bunch of hits together, and yes, they scored, but they weren't aggressive at the plate, and pitching was erratic. So let's hope that tonight it's a much better performance by the Otters, and there goes the manager, Andy McCauley, going back to his dugout, and I tell you, Preston, it's a beautiful night for a baseball game, and I believe we've got an overflowing crowd here in the stadium tonight.
It is bicentennial night at the Otters here this evening. The Vanderburgh County Commissioners sponsoring this event as Vanderburgh County celebrates its 200th anniversary, and no better way to do it than with America's Game, the national pastime here in Evansville at Boston Field with the Otters and the Wild Things. So it'll be a fun night, a bicentennial night anniversary celebration as well here tonight. Postgame fireworks from back-to-back nights. Had postgame fireworks last night after the game. Postgame fireworks show to come after tonight's game. And also Girl Scout night as well. Girl Scout troops here in attendance. They'll camp out in the outfield overnight here at Bossy Field. It's a little kind of cool little thing to do.
That's what I understand. And of course, you know, you talked about the fireworks last night. And you know, I left a little early before the fireworks started because my daughter wasn't feeling good. And for some reason, I went down Maxwell Street, and thank God, because I don't know if you read the paper, we had a little incident, and I would have been delayed in getting home. But anyway, thank God I went down Maxwell.
Yeah, that news quickly circulated throughout the surrounding area of Bossy Field, but it's all taken care of thanks to our good law enforcement officials here in the city as we're ready to play baseball on a nice, beautiful night here once again for baseball. The flags are still blowing to left field just as they did last night, as we saw a couple big home runs from Washington's side go over that left field fence. Yeah,
the Otters didn't come close to hitting anything by the fences, but Washington did explode for 2 home runs, and that was it. That's all you needed. And that was the icing on the cake on that last home run.
Last night, Luke Brannigan, the opening night start, had a great 1-2-3 inning in the first. 2 strikeouts, in fact, finished with 8 strikeouts. His curveball looked to be his best pitch last night, but tonight the starter, Patrick McGuff, he's a newcomer, and we'll be interested to see what he can throw for the Otters here tonight.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Get back to Rennie last night. Yes, his curve, when he started off that first inning, he struck out 2 batters with that curveball, and then he looked like it was going to be an outstanding night for him. But then he lost a little control of that curveball. The bite wasn't there. He was hanging it high. Got himself in the jam once in a while. However, he did end up with 8 strikeouts, like you say, which was superb for the amount of innings he pitched.
Yeah, whereas on the flip side, it could have been a similar situation as Chase Cunningham, the starter for Washington. He finished with 6 walks, and that's never a good total to have on your scorecard.
No, and we actually ended up the first 2 innings in similar situations where the Otters had the bases loaded, and then the Horsemen Wild Pigs came back and had the same situation, bases loaded. So we scored 2 runs on that particular situation, and we were holding the lead there for a short period of time. But anyway, let's hope tonight is a different night.
It'll be game 2. Tonight's starters, Patrick McGuff for Evansville, again making his first start as an Evansville Otter. And then on the flip side, on Washington's side of things, it'll be Thomas Dormany getting to start, the left-hander for Washington. It'll be interesting to see what he can offer as he's a newcomer for Washington this year. But the left-hander out of Spring Hill, Florida, and spent time with the San Diego Padres organization.
Oh yeah, the old Padres. I think I knew them well. Beautiful town.
Get a good crowd on hand here tonight. Game has not started, so if you are tuning in, whether it be WUEV 91.5 FM or the Evansville Otters Digital Network, presented by Kirkmeyer & Kahn, there is still time to come out to the ballpark. Still come out here, get a ticket, and join us for the fun here tonight at historic Bosse Field, which now will be going on its 103rd year.
Oh yeah, and I tell you what, just sitting here in Bosse Field, it gives you goosebumps insofar as you look back at all the great ball players that played here years and years ago. And Warren Spahn, I think of Warren Spahn, one of the great left-hand pitchers of all time in the National League, was a Boston Brave player. He actually, I think it was 1938, he played here with the Evansville Bees. I believe they were cool. And again, Warren Spahn also was a great United States military hero. He was in the invasion of Normandy, and I believe he got wounded at that time, but he was a lieutenant. And it just shows that baseball players do make good soldiers.
Starters are taking to the field with their baseball buddies tonight. So it's kind of fun to see the next generation of baseball players take the field with the current pro baseball players. And Evansville is coming out with their white uniforms tonight with maroon number.
Oh, I noticed that right away, and I made a little note of that. That is what you call baseball. When you wear the white uniforms at home and the grays on the road, like the Dodgers and the Boston Red Sox, two of the greatest organizations in baseball. I should include the New York Yankees as well. Insofar as they never lost a tradition. Rays on the road, whites at home. I don't know if you'll notice in the paper today or on USA that one of the Cubs ball players was sanctioned insofar as he was wearing complete black shoes. And that is against the Major League rules. They got to have the color of the organization they're playing for. I never knew that.
I did not know that either.
Yeah, and anyway, with the Cubs, he didn't have any red, he didn't have any blue, so he was being sanctioned.
Well, as we're getting set for the national anthem, we'll put aside, take a break, come back with starting lineups and first pitch from Bosse Field on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Otters Digital Network, presented by Kirkmeyer & Kahn.
Hi, I'm Bill Morgan of Bill Morgan Roofing and Construction. I've built a reputation of doing quality work that will stand the test of time. We didn't get here by knocking on doors, talking gibberish, or trying to be the lowest bid. You don't like to be sold to, and that's not what we do. My philosophy is simple: treating your home like it's my own, from start to finish. For roofing, gutters, siding, give us a call at Bill Morgan Roofing and Construction. Roofing the right way. 812-499-5892 or BillMorganRoofing.com.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811. Brought to you by Indiana 811.
The Evansville Otters would like to thank the Evansville Courier and Press for their support and coverage of Otters baseball. The Evansville Courier and Press provides news, sports, and weather coverage to the Tri-State, both in a print and online edition. The Evansville Courier and Press can be found online at courierandpress.com, as well as on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest. The Evansville Courier and Press, a member of the Journal Media Group.
UE alumni, impact your alma mater by helping to recruit new students. League volunteers extend the university's reach by representing UE at college fairs, awards nights, and other events. Alumni referrals of prospective students are accepted year-round and are eligible to have their application fee waived. Find out more and volunteer to help at evansville.edu/alumni/league. No matter where you are, you can still impact UE.
The University of Evansville's Department of Creative Writing is one of the few schools in the country to offer a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Creative Writing. Award-winning and widely published faculty teach in genre fiction, early writing, digital media, screenwriting, creative nonfiction, and contemporary poetry. Students edit nationally and internationally recognized publications such as the Evansville Review and Measure. This hands-on experience with professional writers, editors, and publishers prepares students for graduate school or careers as editors and publishers. Visit creativewriting.evansville.edu for more information.
It's time for Evansville Otters baseball on 91.5 FM, WUEV.
But this one is high in the air to right field, drifting back, doesn't have a chance. This one is up, this one is gone. A grand slam from Jeff Gardner.
Weeman comes set, the pitch. This one's a crack bat over to Riapedre. He fields, he throws, and that is a no-hitter for Shane Weedman.
Don't forget, Otters fans, you can catch every Evansville Otters broadcast on 91.5 FM, WUEV, online at evansvilleotters.com, and through the WUEV mobile app.
The Otters take Game 5 by a score of 1-0, and they are the 2016 Frontier League champions.
Now, let's go out to the diamond for all of the exciting action. As it's time for Evansville Otters baseball from historic Bosse Field, Game 2 of the opening weekend set between the Evansville Otters and the Washington Wild. And Bill McCune, Preston Leinenbach here joining you tonight on WUEV 91.5 FM, as well as the Evansville Otters digital network powered by Crookermeyer and Kahn. The first pitch on its way from the right-hander, McGuff. Called for a strike on the inner half. And we are underway playing baseball in the 200th anniversary celebration of Bicentennial Night with the Otters.
And it's, the Vandenberg County Commissioners night.
A little weak hit that has eyes, and it gets through the left side, just past the glove of Thomas, playing at shortstop here tonight. So here's the offensive lineup for Washington, getting that little hit through the left side. The center fielder, James Harris, leading off.
It looks like McDuff doesn't have that overpowering fastball. His velocity seems to be maybe 86, 87, but he looks like he has a sinker and a curveball.
Next pitch from McGuff to the second batter, Mick Fennell, who's playing the DH role here tonight. Takes ball one. Batting third will be Roman Collins in left field, Carter McEachern at second, Hector Roa in right field batting fifth. Braydale Medina at first, batting sixth. Top Hollis catcher batting seventh. As this one takes forward right down the line, Gardner near the corner. Still the grass, though, makes the catch for out number one. Batting eighth at third base will be Mike Hill. And batting ninth at short, Brett Marr. With Patrick McGuff, the right-hander for Evansville, on the mound.
Well, that wind is blowing, like you say. The flag is fluttering to left center.
Collins at the plate from the left side. Takes ball one outside.
As we mentioned last night, any ball gets up in the air is liable to carry a few extra feet. Looks like the
save. Harris went for second, able to get it. It's a 2-0 count.
You know, last night, we weren't on the air last night with 91.5, but the Washington catcher on a steal of going to second base, the catcher actually threw the ball and hit the pitcher. Unbelievable. We didn't see that happen just now. There was that breaking pitch. It looked like a cut fastball, but just enough to We're about to swing and miss.
Collins now looking at a 2-1 count. Runner in scoring position at second base. McGuff comes set out the stretch. He will settle from the first base side of the rubber with a little toe tap. Doesn't really take a complete look to second. Grounder toward first. Doolin tried to backhand it.
Are you going to give an error on that or error? So that would be an error on the first baseman. That's Brandon. Well, last night we were talking about Brandon.
And a long way to go to get that. It was not hit very well, so it might have been a tough play for Cruz at second as well, but it was more of a straight shot for him.
Yeah.
That runner's on the corner.
Yeah, sometimes in that case, I believe, aggressiveness hurts you. He was trying to be very aggressive and get the ball, but it just was beyond his area of coverage.
Batter being McEachern at the plate, the lefty. Ooh, that went inside, swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
Yeah, that was belt high inside, and boy, he did miss that. And he's lucky he got away with that. Let's see, this guy last night had 2 doubles.
as that one's fouled away first base side.
Carter McEachern.
On the hands, fouled away third base side. Still no 2 count. Runners in the corners. Top of the first inning, scoreless with 1 out.
Carter is a Canadian. He's from Ontario. Played last year in the Canadian National. Chances are he speaks French. Parlez-vous français?
Grounder toward third. Harrison second for 1. Over to first. The stretch in time by Doolin. 5-4-3 as that helped make up for the mistake earlier in the inning. As the Otters get out of the top of the first with a clean defensive inning in terms of the runs column. We go to the Otters half of the first. Right after this, it's still scoreless on the Otters Digital Network presented by Kruger Con and WUEV 91.5 FM.
GD Ritzy's is a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball. GD Ritzy's menu features hamburgers, grilled chicken sandwiches, old-fashioned peanut butter and jelly, and ice cream. With 3 Evansville locations. West at 4810 University Drive. On the north side at 4320 North 1st Avenue. And on the east side at 601 North Green River Road. GD Ritzy's is open from 10 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Friday and Saturday. GD Ritzy's, a proud supporter of the Evansville Otters.
Heritage Federal Credit Union has 7 full-service branches in both Evansville and Newburgh, serving more than 38,000 members. Membership is open to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Vandenberg or Warwick County. Heritage Federal Credit Union offers mortgage and consumer loans, checking and savings accounts, as well as online banking for members. Heritage Federal Credit Union can be reached toll-free by phone at 1-800-858-1693. It can also be found online at hfcu.info.
The Hoosier Lottery began selling lottery tickets on October 13, 1989. Since then, the Hoosier Lottery has offered hundreds of different games, awarded prizes to millions of players, and given billions of dollars to the state of Indiana. The Hoosier Lottery's mission is to responsibly provide innovative and entertaining lottery games for the benefit of the citizens of Indiana. To learn more about the Hoosier Lottery, visit them online at HoosierLottery.com. The Hoosier Lottery, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
Coming back here on WUEV 91.5 FM, the Evansville Otters Digital Network, presented by Krucker-Meyer and Kahn. So we take a look at Evansville's starting lineup. Leading off in left field, Ryan Long. Batting second and center, Zach Wells. Batting third at short, Toby Thomas. Cleanup, right fielder, Jeff Gardner. Fifth, third baseman, Travis Harrison. Batting sixth at first base, Brandon Doolin. The seventh place hitter, the DH, Caleb Eldridge. Batting eighth, the catcher, Luis Valorio. And batting ninth, the second baseman, Manny Cruz. And they'll go up against the lefty on the mound, and Thomas Dormany. And strike one against Long.
I'm going to question the center fielder right now. He's shading over to the left side with left-hand batter. Again, he's shading to the left. And I don't know if that's a good position to be.
Back hit to play, not in time.
I'm going to go base hit. I don't know how they rule it. Base hit, yep. He deserves it.
That was a deep play up the middle. That was going to be a tough play.
Well, again, the second baseman went far to his right, and then he leaped in the air, and he couldn't get that mustard on the ball, and it just, it bounced over to the first baseman and just got by him. But base hit all the way. Here's Zappy had a rough night last night, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe he got on base at any time. Flied out, struck out.
Bouncing back, 1 ball, 1 strike.
This young man can motor, we know that. I wonder what he goes down to first base in. I'm going to say roughly, I'll say 3-9 to 4 flat. Mr. Wirtz tried to bunt, but he tried to place that bunt by pushing it to the right side, making the second baseman field. We used to have a ball player years ago that did that religiously, and I tell you, he got 4 base hits, making that second baseman come in and field. You can't throw him out.
Over to first, Long back standing up. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bottom of the first inning scoreless with Wells at the plate. Zach Wells spells his last name W-E-L-Z. Good breaking ball. Dormany looking toward the home plate umpire, kind of as, where did that miss? But it's called the ball, and it's 2-2.
Well, it looks like Andy, the manager, McCauley's family is here now. His 2-year-old daughter and his son.
As well, swings and misses, strikeout. Be the first out of this bottom of the first.
If you recall last year, Andy's wife was expecting during the playoffs, and Andy kind of leave to go back to help his wife. And anyway, the results was a little boy there. He's healthy, and here he is tonight, sitting in the front row.
Toby Thomas, the shortstop. Takes ball 1.
Now, Mr. Long's got good speed. I was wondering, of course, he got a left-hand batter.
Foul ball.
Now, last night we saw quite a bit of aggressiveness by the Otters and stealing on 3-1 counts, if you recall.
That goes flying inside. It did not hit Thomas, but it did brush him backwards and then forwards a little bit.
catcher responded. That's the University of Evansville catcher, and looked pretty good on that. It was a low ball. He blocked it well, got away about 20 feet, recovered quickly, held the runner to first. That's heads up.
Strike called, 2-2 to even the count. That one catching the outer half back door a little bit. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball in the dirt. A strikeout, back-to-back strikeouts, and there's 2 outs on the board with Long, the leadoff batter, still at first base.
Well, it's a good chance now. You got Gardner up. He's a left-hand hitter. Therefore, he's blocking the catcher's view of first base on a throw. So, let's see if we have any aggressiveness on this particular at-bat. Well, we got a pretty good crowd here tonight, Preston. I'm going to say at least 4,000.
Garner looking me to bring the crowd alive on this 0-1 count. A little tapper, a couple feet in front of the home plate to the left. Throw to first by Pollock, who threw off the mask. And that will end the inning. So Long is stranded, and we are scoreless through 1. Going to the second from Boston Field on Bicentennial Night. Here on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Otters Digital Network, powered by Krukemeyer & Kahn.
The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local Chapter 16, would like to take time to say, Go Otters! The IBEW Local 16's jurisdiction includes 13 counties in southwestern Indiana, as well as Wabash County in Illinois. Its members are divided into several categories of electrical work, including inside construction, maintenance electric, residential wiring, and sign classifications. More information on IBEW Local 16 can be found online at ibew16.net.
Hi, this is Joe Townsend from JMT Restoration. We are proud to be a sponsor of the 2016 Frontier Champion Evansville Otters. If you ever have a mold or water restoration issue in your home or business, give us a call at 812-205-5384. JMT Restoration Service, where professional work meets affordable pricing. Remember, go Otters!
The Tri-State Area Marathon service stations are proud supporters of the Evansville Otters. Marathon has over 5,100 Marathon-branded stations nationwide, and a full list of area Marathon stations and a list of daily gas prices are available online at myMarathonStation.com. Marathon provides products which support commercial, industrial, and retail operations. Marathon's slogan is Fueling the American Spirit.
Through the first frame, still early in this contest from Bosse Field, the Otters taking on the Washington Wild. It's only game 2 of this regular season. Last time was opening night. McGuff back out to the mound for the Otters as we have a chance to run through the defensive alignment real quick for Evansville. Long is in left. Wells is in center with Garner in right. On the infield on the left side at third base, Travis Harrison with Toby Thomas at short. Going to the right side, Cruz at second, Doolin at first. And then Valorio behind the plate, the backstop, catching McGuff on the mound. And that's all part of our starting lineups brought to you by Mr. Quick Pick, here to provide you the roadside service you deserve. Call Mr. Quick Pick at 812-496-2321. At the plate, Hector Roa takes ball 1. Mr. Roa able to get a late hit in the game, but otherwise struck out his first 2 times up last night. And a little bit of a long swinger.
Yeah, but he ended up getting a double. He struck out the first 2 times, but then he got that hard double down the left field line. Anyway, it's interesting. First night jitters are out and packaged. Send it home.
No excuses now, right?
That's right.
And there's a swing and a miss from Roa. Count 1 ball, 1 strike.
I remember every year that I played, the first 5 or 6 innings, I tell you what, the stomach was churning, and you know, after that you settle down, and the rest of the year it was just fun.
So you're watching Evansville Otters baseball on the Otters Digital Network, presented by Crookermeyer and Kahn, as well as listening on WUEV 91.5 FM. Bill McEwen, Preston Leinbach here with you on the call. It's a 2-2 count all the way from McGuff. Hung the breaking ball a little bit, but it'll be just a fly ball to Wells, kind of going sideways just in front of the track, in front of the Old National Bank side toward right center.
Yeah, that was about 390 feet, but or to the wall, but yet I'm going to say it was about 380 feet. And Mr. Cruz, he just cruised out there. Anyway, here we are, a new batter, left-hand batter, Medina. Strike 1. That's a ball high. The 1-1 count.
1-1 pitch. Taken high and away. As Valorio pops out, and once again.
That's a second pitch that was in the same area. High and outside.
Here's 2-1.
That's the third pitch, identical. Those who are watching on the internet can see it, but for us describing it on the radio, it's high and way outside.
Good comeback pitch there, going back down and in, getting the swing and miss on Medina, the first baseman. And the count full 3-2.
That's a broken bat, ground ball, soft ground ball to first, and he didn't even run it out.
And there's 2 down. It's interesting, of course, it's only game 2, so obviously the teams are still trying to figure out their best guys, but both teams sticking with the same lineups that they had last time, of course, with the exception being on the mound.
Right, I noticed that.
That one just a bit outside, tailing away a little bit. The batter being Kyle Pollock, the catcher for Washington, a 1-0 count.
And high and inside, I'll tell you what, he has been, when he is wild, he's high. To a right-hand batter is high and inside, to a lefty is high and outside. And I mean high.
Up and in, 3-0. Now, you mentioned how the jitters have to be out the window, but for McGuff, this is still only his first start, so he might have some jitters.
Oh, yeah.
As he throws a 4-pitch walk, spiking that one in the dirt. Of course, for him, trying to get used to this mound. Some mounds are different than others at other ballparks. For Luke Carini last night, he's used to this mound. Sometimes the slopes are a little bit different.
It used to be a pitcher years and years and years ago from Baltimore who ended up, well, I knew him when he was in the minor leagues, or when he was playing amateur baseball, I should say.
High and away.
He's that same thing. He's high outside. But anyway, getting back to Baltimore, this young pitcher, his father used to carry a wheelbarrow in the back of his car filled with clay so that when the son took the mound, he would tamper it to the son's way of pitching. And when he made the majors, they didn't allow the father to go out in the field, unfortunately.
A brief meeting between Valorio and McGuff, the 1-0 to Hill. high and away.
I tell you, he is consistently wild high. Of course, he'd been fortunate to get the batters out. And it goes again.
2-0, 2-3-0.
It's a 3-0 count. He walked the last batter.
There's a strike. Yeah. Of course, when Mike Hill at the plate has seen 3 straight, might as well take one all the way anyway. That's what he did.
Well, again, yeah, I don't like batters swinging on 3-0s, I'll tell you, but Andy allows it.
And that one's outside for another walk. Back-to-back walks, first and second now with 2 outs.
See, I would say this is the time
two walks in the city, excuse me.
No, I was going to say this is when Louis goes out to talk, and Max should be getting someone down the bullpen ready and go out and just talk to him, find out what's wrong, because he's thrown a lot of pitches, and they're way out of the strike zone. You know, it's different when it's, borderline, umpire can call it a ball or a strike, but these things are so way out.
Strike here to Marr. 0-1 count. Marr with his first play appearance of the night. Ball in the dirt, 1-1.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's a curveball or a slider. It doesn't have that curveball rotation. It has a sliding effect, which would make it a slider. And I'm not sure because, I don't know.
Swing and a miss.
Wow. Got away with that one. That was high and outside, and yet he chased it, Mr. Marr.
Brett Marr. The 1-2. Grounder. Thomas to his left. Underhands the second to Cruz, and he'll step on the bag for the fielder's choice to end the inning. So again, a little iffy, but Guff works out of it. We go to the bottom of the second, scoreless here at Bossy Field. This is Otters Baseball on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Otters Digital Network, powered by Krokemeyer and Conch.
This Evansville Otters broadcast is made possible through support from New Image Travel. New Image Travel provides motor coach charter service to the United States and Canada with pickup within a 150-mile radius of Evansville. A full list of New Image Travel's offerings can be found online at newimagecharter.com. New Image Travel can be reached toll-free at 1-800-432-6213. New Image Travel, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
Why Old National Bank? Old National Bank began in 1834 with just one room and a passion for helping people prosper. Today, we are honored and grateful to be the financial partner for so many businesses, families, and individuals like you. From our commitment to safety and security to our promise of service that will exceed your expectations, we want to be your bank for life. Old National Bank, member FDIC.
The local area Pepsi Bottling Group distributors would like to wish the Evansville Otters the best of luck in today's contest. Featuring Pepsi Company products for distribution to retailers and vendors in the Tri-State, the Pepsi Bottling Group has 3 Tri-State locations at 901 East Diamond Avenue in Evansville, 2605 West Main Street in Marion, Illinois, and at 3081 Kentronics Drive in Owensboro. More information on Pepsi products can be found online at PepsiCo.com. Pepsi, a proud supporter of the Evansville Otters.
You're listening to exclusive coverage of Evansville Otters baseball on 91.5 FM WUEV Evansville.
Going to the bottom of the second here from Bossy Field. Still a 0-0 contest between the Washington Wild Things and the Evansville Otters. Here here on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Otters Digital Network, presented by Meyer and Kahn. Meyer is Experience finale tomorrow afternoon. First pitch will be at 2:05 from Bosse Field right here in Evansville. You may not miss the game. You can watch it online on the Otters Digital Network, as well as follow along at FrontierLeague.com or by following the Otters on Twitter and Facebook. Travis Harrison at the plate, and he's going to get a base hit on the infield, I believe.
Base hit.
That was a slow roller, and Harrison didn't necessarily booking it down the first base line, but Hill at third had trouble getting to it and trying to make the bare hand play.
It looked like he was galloping. I mean, he didn't have that smoothness, but it was a difficult play for the third baseman, and no matter what, it's a base hit, no matter which way you look at it.
And Brandon Doolin now comes to the plate from the left side. Doolin now looks at a 1-0 count. Pitch, swing and miss. And 1 ball, 1 strike.
And we want to welcome the Longs, who drove in from Crandall, Texas. Brian Long's parents drove all the way in from Crandall, Texas, and visited. Mrs. Long came in and visited us here in the press box and graciously gave us some homemade, wonderful tasting cookies. So to our fans out there, it's the first one of the year. And Mrs. Long said she really enjoys us on the radio. So, boy, oh boys, they're leaving tomorrow to go back to Texas. But thank you to Longs from Texas.
2 count foul back. We definitely appreciate them. I mean, not even just the Longs, but going back to last year, the Allens, of course. Just Buffalo players and their families have really just shown their generosity and their kindness of heart.
Well,
especially to you. They love you.
They come from all over the country to visit us.
And halfway spindle out. There by Doolin, and the count runs full with the runner at first.
I always like the case of the Jello, if you remember, one of the catchers, and he was here for a while. And his mother said, I wanted to make you some Jello, but I didn't know how to freeze it.
Popped up from Doolin to just a couple steps to make shallow, medium depth left field. Oh my. Is that something you don't see? Because that was basically right in left field for Collins, and out of nowhere, Harris from center field comes flying in, and they almost collide.
Yeah.
That's nowhere near his territory.
Well, that's right. As center fielder, I mean, you look, that's in left field. That's no way should the center fielder have come into his, in someone else's territory.
Be behind him and ready to back it up in case he misses it.
That's right.
That's an odd play.
Yeah.
As Eldridge now to the plate from the left side. And Dormany from the mound pitches home, missing above the letters for ball 1. With the flyout, though, Harrison still staying at first base.
You know, earlier you mentioned the Allens from Florida, Fort Meade, Florida. And Mrs. Allen emailed me that they will be listening to us on the radio, even though their son Josh now is playing in the American Association in St. Paul. She said Josh just loves this city, and she does too, and she's very grateful to Andy and the Otters for giving him the opportunity to play.
Got to see Josh Allen as well as John Schultz here during spring training. They were just kind of stopping halfway to get a little workout in with the team before they moved on to their respective clubs, as Eldridge swings and misses on the 2-0 to make the count 2 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, that was a high outside pitch that he climbed the ladder to get to, and of course, no way of hitting it. Should be ball 3.
Now the 2-1 delivery, fouled back, 2-2 to even the count.
Well, the Otters, here we are in the second inning, and the Otters have had runners on both innings.
And there goes Harrison. Pitch for a ball, bounce to the dirt. This is Evansville Otters baseball on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Otters Digital Network presented by Crookmeyer & Kahn.
The Tin Fish Restaurant, located at 300 West Jennings Street in Newburgh, Indiana, is a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball. Independently owned and operated, the Tin Fish menu features salads and sandwiches, as well as seafood platters and combos, and seafood burritos, tacos, and burgers. The Tin Fish Restaurant is open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. It can be reached by phone at 812-490-7000. The Tin Fish Restaurant.
Injuries are inevitable. It doesn't matter if you're playing baseball, walking the dog, or falling from a ladder. Injuries happen. When they do, Tri-State Orthopedics offers treatment for sprains, strains, and fractures by medical specialists. Tri-State Orthopedics is located at 225 Cross Lake Drive in Evansville, just north of the Lloyd and I-164. Tri-State Orthopedics can be reached by phone at 812-477-1558. Its urgent care line is 812-474-OUCH. Tri-State Orthopedics, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
The Pizza Brick Road always goes to Tyroni's. I'm in the mood for pizza and I'm ready to go. The Pizza Brick Road goes to Tyroni's. So follow me down the Pizza Brick Road. Road down to Tyroni's.
WUEV 91.5 FM and the Evansville Otters Digital Network presented by Kroekemeyer & Kahn. My understanding, we had a little technical difficulty here toward the end of the last inning. We got disconnected. Sorry about that. We'll try to, hopefully that won't happen again, but if it does, don't worry. We will be back on the air. It's just sometimes the internet just does not play fair to us.
Oh, it was the internet where you had problems. Oh, okay. Not the radio.
Nope.
Okay.
But because the way we dial into WUEV, that's through the internet. So sometimes our connection in between gets broken up. So.
Oh, okay. Well, we apologize then to all our loyal fans.
So to the top of the third, 0-0 McGuff on the mound, misses low as James Harris, he led off the game with a base hit, and he's at the plate once again.
That was a beautiful strike right down the middle, so now we got a 1-1 count.
Strike at the knees, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, game 2 here today. Washington took game 1 of the opener last night, 7-4. Scoring 4 runs in that 8th inning to take the lead as the count now evens 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Evans are looking to get the win and force that rubber match, the decisive game of the series tomorrow. Breaking ball in the dirt, 3-2.
Well, we've got 3 hits, but they've all been, let's say, cheap hits. We haven't stung the ball is what I'm trying to say, and that's what we need. We've got to get those extra bases. We've got to sting the ball, and we've got to...
This is a fly ball to left, back eaten up. A few feet in front of the track, Ryan Long able to haul it in for out number 1. So with 1 down, Nick Finnell to the plate. Tristan Meyer tomorrow's series finale starts at 2:05. It's a family fun day. Get the family package for $40, which includes 4 general admission tickets, 4 vouchers for the concession stands, which includes snow cones, soda, and a nice play across the diamond on the ground ball by Thomas. A stretching play at first by Doolin as well on the back end, 2 down. And as well as a couple of inflatable passes, all for $40, a $74 value for $40. And remember, you can get tickets by calling 812-435-8686, order online at EvansvilleOtters.com, or stop by the Bossy Field box office.
You know, you got to love that Toby Thomas playing shortstop. He charges the ball well, feels the ball in front of him, 2 hands, and makes good throws. He is going to be one of the players of the year for the Otters. I'm predicting that he's going to be the leader of the team, and he's going to be an all-star right now.
You're referring to his leadership because last night we saw him go into the mound to talk to Luke Rennie.
Right.
It's a 2-0 count to Collins at the plate. High 3-0. And not only that, when he does make those defensive plays, he looks just calm about it, very casual and
very smooth. He reminds you of, what was that guy that played shortstop for the Cardinals? Ozzie something, wasn't it?
The Wizard.
Oh, yeah, the
bat
Wizard.
flipping Ozzie Smith.
Okay, so the Cardinals got the white rat, and then they got the Wizard. I don't know. And of course, then they got the man as well. Stan, the man.
Foul back, count full, 3-2. So McGuff fouling back to get to 2 strikes. 3-2 count, 2 outs. Top of the third. Robin Collins the batter, McGuff on the mound. Middle infield playing on the edge of the grass. Did he go?
Yes,
he did.
Yes, he did.
And that's a strikeout to end the inning. McGuff through 3 innings scoreless. We go to the bottom of the third. Evansville looking to put a run on the board. You're listening to Evansville Otters Baseball on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Otters Digital Network powered by Kroekemeyer & Kahn.
Hi, I'm Bill Morgan of Bill Morgan Roofing and Construction. I've built a reputation of doing quality work that will stand the test of time. We didn't get here by knocking on doors, talking gibberish, or trying to be the lowest bid. You don't like to be sold to, and that's not what we do. My philosophy is simple. Treating your home like it's my own, from start to finish. We're roofing, gutters, siding. Give us a call at Bill Morgan Roofing and Construction. Roofing the right way. 812-499-5892 or BillMorganRoofing.com.
We all have busy schedules, but could you spare just a couple hours a month? That's all it takes to make a big difference through the Big Brothers Big Sisters one-to-one mentoring program. You can spend just a few hours a month with a child in need and guide them towards a more positive future. For more information on local Big Brothers Big Sisters programs, call 812-425-6076. That's 425-6076. Start making an impact today. The Evansville Otters would like to thank the Evansville Courier and Press for their support and coverage of Otters baseball. The Evansville Courier and Press provides news, sports, and weather coverage to the Tri-State, both in a print and online edition. The Evansville Courier and Press can be found online at courierandpress.com, as well as on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest. The Evansville Courier and Press, a member of the Journal Media Group.
Coming back on 91.5 FM WUV and the Evansville Otters Digital Network, presented by Crookermeyer & Kahn. Celebrate your first friend, your best friend, and your lifetime friend, your mother. Express your love and appreciation with an exclusive gift from Crookermeyer & Kahn, located on Burkhart on Evansville's east side. Tomorrow being Mother's Day, May 13th.
I tell you what, if it wasn't for your mother, you wouldn't be here.
No, there's no doubt about that. I'm not arguing that point. We have Ryan Long at the plate. Strike one called from Dormady on the mound.
You know, it's so amazing what a mother will do for her child. How she'll sacrifice her own life for the welfare of her child. Mothers are great. Happy Mother's Day, everybody out there. Well, we got 2 strikes and 1 ball on the batter here. Mr. Long, whose mother and father are here.
Grounder towards short, opposite way, and that's booted at shortstop.
Error.
That one was a roller right toward the shortstop. I mean, he was positioned perfectly. Just ain't quite looking into the glove. As Long is on base for the second time.
Yeah, I know his mother probably was praying that he'd get on. Hopefully it would be a base hit, but we can't stretch it that far. Being on base is the most important, whether it's a base hit or an error.
Here's Zach Wells. So Long gets on as the leadoff guy. Foul by Wells down the third base, left field line. Hitting it.
You know, whether you get on base with an error, a walk, or a hit, you've got to be on base to score. So, this is the third inning. The Otters have had a man on base. So actually the Otters are getting people on base, but they're not moving them over.
1-1 count here to Wells. Throw over the first to check on Long.
You know, I wonder if our new play-by-play announcer, Sam, is listening to us or watching us on TV. It'd be great to get to know us.
We've already been talking to him. You and I both exchanging emails, text messages.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing
Trying
him.
to ease him in.
Yeah. He likes baseball. He likes to announce, and former baseball player himself, so that's what we want. People that know the game, just like you.
The 1-2. Fouled back. Wells fouling off a couple here in this at-bat.
I tell you, Zach has got to get. I mean, he hit the ball pretty good in spring training, but these first two games, he for some reason he's lacking that aggressiveness, and he's lacking that meeting the ball.
The 1-2. Fouled away first base side over the rooftop. Now, however, it has not affected his defense. Last night, his defense was outstanding. He, one, showed off his speed.
Yeah.
Went long ways to get to balls and try to get him back in quickly. But that one time when he climbed the fencing about halfway up, that was Superman-like getting up that high.
You took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say he was Superman. He was climbing higher and higher.
Here's the 1-2. No. Throw over to first.
Yeah, it looked like he had a stepladder. His feet were just climbing up that wall or fence, whatever you want to call it. And actually, I'd say 3/4 of his body was up over that fence.
Two. After a few foul balls, that one taken for ball 2.
You know, thank God it's, 90 out there today, but we got a beautiful breeze that makes it so comfortable.
And it's warm, but we really don't have that humidity quite yet.
Right, yeah, not that...
not till June or July.
Right.
There's a liner, base hit. Gets down in shallow center. Zach Wells battling hard with that at-bat. And the first two have reached first and second for the Otters. No one out.
Now here comes Mr. Thomas, who again I predict will be an all-star in the Frontier League this year.
So Thomas will step in from the right side. Dormany coming set. The Otters have made him work a little bit in each of the first 3 innings. Bunt down the line. Oh, it hit the grass and kicked foul.
Beautiful bunt. You know, that is the bad part of that infield. Yeah, the other day in one of the spring training games, I think it was Cullen, laid a perfect bunt down. But on that particular area in third base, it's rough. And that one there that Toby just laid down, that was going beautifully, and then it seemed to hit one of those bad rough spots, maybe wild grass, and then it shot out in the foul territory. But I tell you what, and I like the way he stayed up there to bunt too. He didn't, take off running before he hit.
Grounder, and it's over Hill's head into left field. Here comes Long around third base. Wells is on his way to third, but Long will touch home plate. And the Otters are on the board. An RBI double for Thomas as he takes second. And the Otters lead 1-0.
Yeah, we were talking about a bad shot or how he got robbed of a beautiful bunt. And in that time, that infield grass made the ball leap up over the third baseman's head. What would you say, 15 feet at least, or 12? And the third baseman leaped up, but it's still right down the left field for a double. Way to go, Toby.
Gardner now at the plate. No one out. 1-0 lead for the Otters in the bottom of the third. Gardner on a fly ball to right, deep toward the track, caught, but it's long enough for Wells to tag up and score on the sac fly RBI by Jeff Gardner, and it's a 2-0 lead for the Otters.
That's just as well as a base hit. An RBI is so much wanted in this particular game. Now we've got a runner on third with one out, chance for a pass ball, an error, fly ball. This is similar to what the Otters did last night, scoring 2 runs.
Harrison pulls one foul, 1 out, 2-0 lead, and now Thomas also tagged up on the fly ball and advanced to third.
Well, I tell you, Gardner really hit that. It was out there by the Bud Light Lime patio, which is crowded, and that's 390 feet away, and Gardner's ball was at least 385 feet.
He fouls this one toward Andy McCauley in the third base coaching box into 0-2 count.
I remember last year we were calling those people out there in the Bud Light Lime patio were standing up looking for home runs, and several of our batters, and Gardner in particular, accommodated them.
It's a 1-2 count. Inside, ball 2. Harrison to right, and that's going to get over Roa's head. That's all the way to the fence. That allows Thomas to just ease on home with Harrison standing at second. An RBI double puts the Otters ahead by 3 runs. It's 3-0.
You know, that right fielder, he just paid the penalty of playing too shallow, and he didn't know how to go back. He ran as hard as he could, looking over his left shoulder. Then he turned around and looked over the right shoulder and finally picked the ball up when it went against the wall out there. I think Harrison probably could have got a triple if he wanted to stretch it, because the relay wasn't good. But why take a chance? Second base is just as good as third.
Doolin to the plate. Ball inside. So now Harrison at second.
Looked like he was going to steal third at that last play, the last pitch.
Harrison now 2 for 2 with an RBI. Doolin inside out swinging a little too much though, as they'll go foul left field side for the rooftop. And it comes back into play just over the Washington bullpen. They got to pay attention down there when those balls might come back in.
I know it. And especially those people down there in that tent area. You know, they're always enjoying the refreshments, but they've got to pay attention to the game as well as enjoy the chicken.
Doolin sneaks one through into center field. Here comes Harrison around third. And the offense continues to put runs on the board. And it's a 4-0 lead for Evansville. Doolin this time getting the RBI single.
Well, things are looking rosy for the Otters so far. A much different game tonight than it was from last night. They're bunching their hits together, and we talked about some cheap hits earlier in this game, but now they're kind of putting some wood on that ball. There's another shot.
Eldridge this time, as you mentioned, a rocket toward right field. Doolin stops at second base. Still only 1 out. First and second out for the Otters with 4 runs already across in the third. Valoria will be the next batter. We'll see if he can continue, as 4 straight batters had RBIs. Now 3 straight with base hits.
That might be the end of this guy right here. That pitcher down there has been warming up, was it 30? I got binoculars and I still can't see. 23. 23. Griffin.
Krieg, yep. Right-hander getting loose, and this is just a mound visit to give him a little extra time to hurry up and get warm.
I've seen it happen many times where the manager has gone out just like this, and like you just mentioned, to give the pitcher a little extra time to warm up, and as soon as he hits the dugout, he goes right back to the mound to take the pitcher out. With that, the guy in the bullpen had maybe 4 or 5 extra pitches to throw.
And strike call on the first pitch to Valorio, who had a hit his first time up. He had a pretty good night last night with a couple of hits.
Yeah, he got 2 hits last night. He got that bleeder through the first and second, and he got that pop fly into right field. Plus a stolen base.
Swung at a pitch in on the hands. 0-2.
He had the questionable stolen base where Pollock, the catcher, hit the pitcher on the throw. What a play.
That was just an odd play from the front end to the back end.
The only thing is the pitcher wasn't hurt. After a couple seconds, he get up and he started throwing again. I don't recall now. Was he the winning pitcher or not?
He was not. Tremarco, who came in relief and went about like 3 2/3, I believe the final tally was.
Okay.
That was inside for ball 1. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at first and second for Evansville. It's a 4-0 lead for the Otters. All 4 runs so far have touched home plate in this bottom of the 3rd inning.
They were all earned. Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm sorry. Long was the guy that got on. He got hit.
And that hit him near the belt, maybe on the thigh a little bit. It's hard to, his Valori's going to take a moment to stretch out. And the bases will be loaded.
Wasn't Louis hit with a ball last night? Same thing. So maybe he attracts the baseballs. There it goes.
And this is going to be it.
Yeah.
As manager Greg Langbin goes out to the mound for the second time, and he's going to pull his starter. And it'll be a call to the bullpen for Washington. So in the meantime, we're going to step aside on WUEV 91.5 FM, take a break, as well as the Evansville Otters Digital Network presented by Krickemeyer & Kahn.
GD Ritzy's is a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball. GD Ritzy's menu features hamburgers, grilled chicken sandwiches, old-fashioned peanut butter and jelly, and ice cream. With 3 Evansville locations: west at 4810 University Drive, on the north side at 4320 North 1st Avenue, and on the east side at 601 North Green River Road. GD Ritzy's is open from 10 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Sunday through Thursday, and 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Friday and Saturday. GD Ritzy's, a proud supporter of the Evansville Otters.
Free music, ticket giveaways, artist interviews, and jazz that cooks the blues away. The sounds are perking hot in the Jazz Cafe. I'm Paul Mattingly. I bring all that is jazz and focus on some of the best in the area of music and culture. Tune into the Jazz Cafe every Friday from 3 until 6 p.m. If online music is your obsession, catch us at WUEV.org. 91.5 UEV is your only place for jazz in the tri-state.
Back on WUEV 91.5 FM in the Otters Digital Network, presented by Krickemeyer & Kahn. We were just mentioning Griffin Krieg getting loose. Well, he's entering the game, getting his warm-up tosses now on the game mound, which gives us some moments. Talk about Thunderbolt Pass Golf Course. Thunderbolt Pass Golf Course has the best golf rates in town, now offering 18 holes with a cart for just $18. That's $1 a hole. Don't forget the $1 drafts and $5 pitchers of ice-cold beer. Come and visit the Bolts. Thunderbolt Pass, a supporter of Evansville Otters baseball. So the right-hander now on the mound in Krieg, 6'4", 208, out of Nashville, Tennessee. And the bases will be loaded for Evansville with 1 out. Manny Cruz to the dish.
Cruz got a pretty good double last night, and it'd be nice if he would get, well, I'm not asking for a double, but I would like to see the first grand slam of the season.
That would be pretty nice right about now. Go ahead and maybe put the game away early on.
This first pitch down there is low, but a strike. Now Manny's all set.
Bill 1 after a strike pitch. Grounder, Hill, able to scoop underhand, touches third, throws across. What a play. For a double play that goes 5-3. Hill took it unassisted to third, then off balance across his body to first for the back end of the double play. But the Otters do score 4. It's a 4-0 lead heading to the 4th inning from Bossy Field on 91.5 FM WUEV and the Otters Digital Network powered by Crookmire & Kahn.
The Hoosier Lottery began selling lottery tickets on October 13, 1989. Since then, the Hoosier Lottery has offered hundreds of different games, awarded prizes to millions of players, and given billions of dollars to the state of Indiana. The Hoosier Lottery's mission is to responsibly provide innovative and entertaining lottery games for the benefit of the citizens of Indiana. To learn more about the Hoosier Lottery, visit them online at HoosierLottery.com. The Hoosier Lottery, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
Up early, staying up late, or just can't sleep? Give 91.5 FM a listen. 3 to 5 a.m. Sunday through Friday. It's the overnight flight. Hand-picked grooves for the Tri-State's late nights. Nothing sounds quite like the overnight flight. 3 to 5 a.m. Central. 91.5 late night style from the UE campus. Tune in radio app in your phone. Across the world on WUEV.org.
The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local Chapter 16, would like to take time to say, Go Otters! The IBEW Local 16's jurisdiction includes 13 counties in southwestern Indiana, as well as Wabash County in Illinois. Its members are divided into several categories of electrical work, including inside construction, maintenance electric, residential wiring, and sign classifications. More information on IBEW Local 16 can be found online at IBEW16.net.
Back on 91.5 FM, WUEV, and the Evansville Otters Digital Network, powered by Crookmire & Kahn. Located on Burkhart Road. We want to thank them for all their support as our sponsor for the Otters Digital Network. McGuff to the mound. It's a 4-0 lead for Evansville. And it'll be McEachern to the plate to lead off the inning. So now McGuff has a little run support. He might settle in. Now he has some runs behind him. On this wonderful night of baseball at Boston Field, a packed house. I'm so happy to see so many fans in the seats for Bicentennial night.
Well, I'm so happy baseball season started. Professional baseball. I mean, we've had the high school and the colleges playing, but real baseball is here at Bossy Field with the Evansville Otters.
And that gets into right field over the infield's head by McEachern. Oh, and it gets by Gardner a little bit. So McEachern can go ahead and take second.
And a big single and an error.
As McEachern hit that for a base hit, and then it was misplayed by Gardner. So a single and an error there by Gardner. We were just talking about how good defensively he was last year. Only had one error all season long.
Oh, is that right?
Well, only one error in right field. He was one of the top right fielders defensively across the league last year.
Well, I think it might have taken a bad hop out there because he was ready. He had the glove in the area where the ball was, but nice play.
Hit it toward the left side of the infield. Ground out. And the runner, McEachern, still stands at second.
Yeah, there was no way for him to move to third when the ball was hit the third. Although I have seen ball players run to third and run right into the fielder who made the tag. Idiotic baseball.
Here's Medina with runner at second, McGuff on the mound. Looks back about halfway. He doesn't take a full look back to second when he does. Probably about, 45 degrees from his looking toward third to second. He only goes about halfway.
Yeah. Well, the runner isn't taking a big lead, which again he shouldn't, because again he's down by 4. So why take the chance of getting picked off? And if he does steal third, what good does he do? Here's Toby waving the runner, the third baseman off, and makes the catch, and we have an infield fly ball.
There's 2 outs.
And here comes the Evansville, University of Evansville product. You say it was drafted by the Kansas City Royals?
Mm-hmm. Back in 2014, the amateur draft.
2014.
Based on what I remember, he was not too shabby with the plate or with the bat, because we saw him hit a home run last night, a 2-run shot to left. But he did a great job with his time with the Purple Aces, defensively and mostly handling the pitching staff. And he spent most of his Friday nights as the backstop for Kyle Freeland, who now pitches for the Colorado Rockies at the major league level. Pollock, foul ball, popped up, first base side. Doolin has a beat, reaches up, catches it, and 3 outs on the board as the runner is stranded, a couple of them, and that will end the inning. To the bottom of the 4th, a 4-0 lead for the Otters here on WUEV 91.5 FM, the Otters Digital Network, powered by Krickemeyer and Kahn.
Hi, this is Joe Townsend from JMT Restoration. We are proud to be a sponsor of the 2016 Frontier Champion Evansville Otters. If you ever have a mold or water restoration issue in your home or business, give us a call at 812-205-5384. JMT Restoration Service, where professional work meets affordable pricing. Remember, go Otters!
UE alumni. Impact your alma mater by helping to recruit new students. League volunteers extend the university's reach by representing UE at college fairs, awards nights, and other events. Alumni referrals of prospective students are accepted year-round and are eligible to have their application fee waived. Find out more and volunteer to help at evansville.edu/alumni/league. No matter where you are, you can still impact UE.
The Tri-State Area Marathon service stations are proud supporters of the Evansville Otters. Marathon has over 5,100 Marathon-branded stations nationwide, and a full list of area Marathon stations and a list of daily gas prices are available online at myMarathonStation.com. Marathon provides products which support commercial, industrial, and retail operations. Marathon's slogan is Fueling the American Spirit.
Coming back on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Evansville Otters Digital Network. Powered by Krickemeyer and Kahn. Otters lead 4-0. Otters lead 4-0. Here going to the bottom of the 4th. They'll try to duplicate the 4-run third bill.
Let's hope not. Well, I'm sorry, I misunderstood you. We had one of the Otter Bells coming here and distracted me. That was low or high outside for ball 1.
Thanks for taking over to play-by-play for a sec, Bill. Again, I know that happens multiple times than you'd probably like, but I wear multiple caps around here. What can I say? As it's a 1-1 count here for long.
Yeah. And I'm quite sure. I know. Well, anyway, I was going to say the rosary beads are out. Sometimes people, they want close. I know my mother-in-law, every time it was a situation where her son Joe would, have it be at bat or running a football or something, she had the rosary beads out, hoping that he'd do well, which again, asking for a little help never hurts.
Long looking at a 2-1. It looks like especially now with being through one count after the 2-1 pitch. But even last night, toward his later at bats, he's starting to see the ball a little better now. I think there's a couple at bats in spring training where he didn't look like himself with that leadoff approach. And now he'll take the walk, an easy take there, and a leadoff runner on once again for the Otters.
Well, as we said last year, he was a good leadoff hitter with a lot of walks, which again, he just showed you. He's got a good eye. You've got to throw him strikes. And again, this will be his third time on base. He got a base hit, got on with an error, now a walk. So he has really contributed to tonight's offense.
Wells at the plate, 1-0. Ooh, up and in. Oh, he did get him.
Oh, he did, yeah, okay.
And it's the first two on for the Otters in this bottom of the fourth.
Now, it's a similar situation as the last inning, where you had the first two batters get on, and you had Toby come in the bat, and Toby tried to lay that bunt down, and it rolled foul. Then he ended up hitting that shot down the third for the double and scoring a run.
Grounder toward third. Hill can step on the bag across the diamond. Another 5-3 double play for Washington's defense.
He hit it to third pretty good, but unfortunately, he wasn't as lucky as his last time. But again, he makes contact. That's what counts.
It's rare to see a 5-3 double play once in a game, but we have now got it twice in this one. So with 2 outs, Wells at second, Gardner back to the plate, and he had a deep fly ball to right his last time up. Had a sac fly RBI. Was back in that 4-run third.
You know, I remember many years ago watching a high school baseball game, and I was scouting in the East, and his parent come up and he said, oh, they're not pitching to my son. Of course, we were there to look at his son. They're not pitching to my son, and so on and so forth. And I remember saying to the father, we're not interested in how many hits he gets. We're interested in how much he hits the ball. Does he swing and miss, or does he make contact? And referred to like Toby. Well, the father said, well, you know, he was interested in base hits. Well, needless to say, that young man went on to play in the majors.
Foul tip.
And he ended up managing the Minnesota Twins to several world championships. His name was Tom Kelly. And anyway, here the father was worrying about him signing a professional contract. Today he's down there in Florida enjoying a wonderful Major League pension.
It's a 2-1 count to Gardner.
Base hit.
And he'll sneak one through the right side. Wells around third, getting the wave around. And he'll score. 5-0 lead for Evansville. Gardner, his second RBI of the night.
You know, Cruz is the only guy that hasn't got the base hit. Other than that, everybody's got a base hit tonight, with Harrison getting 2. Other than that, everyone in this lineup has got a base hit.
Harrison with 2, including that RBI double back in the third.
Yeah.
Taken high for a ball.
Well, the Otters look like contenders tonight.
And the big thing for Harrison right now, if he can continue to do this as he takes a 1-0 strike, is that he's going to be, right now, the guy looks like he's going to be kind of that protecting batter behind Gardner in the lineup, and Gardner needs that.
Yeah, well, Are you trying to say that Harrison's got the power, the home run power?
He's got...
Or has he got good contact?
Either way, he's going to put the ball into play. He can get some RBIs because, again, last year, when you look back to last year's lineup, you had usually like Phillips, Garner going back-to-back on the lineup, good protective batters.
Right.
You know, you got to have one guy complement the other when you get to this middle part of the order.
You're talking about Mantle and Maris, or Sweeney. And in those days, the years ago, when we had Hawk on third base, and you had Sweeney in
healthy Sweeney
center, and one had like 22 or 23 home runs, and then Sweeney had like 20.
Right, and then John Schultz would win in the mix.
Yeah.
You got to have guys that can complement, especially, again, the middle part of the lineup. These are your RBI guys, the drive-in runners. Hanging breaking ball, but it was inside, forcing a foul ball to the first base side to the field box seats. Look out down there. Everybody down there enjoying their little picnic and hot dog. Gotta watch out for the foul ball still.
That's right.
Also, give a quick shout to our listeners who can hear us out in the concourse with us being on the radio tonight.
Oh, good. So, that might be out of here.
There's a hanging breaking ball.
That might be out of here.
That's carrying, and that is gone over the left field wall. A 2-run home run for Travis Harrison. His RBI is now at 3 for the night, and the Otters have taken a 7-0 lead.
Yeah, and again, as I always say, Preston, just watch the outfielder, how he goes back, and you can tell where the ball's going to be. Is it out of the ballpark or up against the wall or what? And as I watch that third base or that left fielder, there was no way he was going to get near that.
You know, he's got to give a light jog just to make it look like he's doing something, but he knows.
Exactly.
He knows.
Yeah, you got to play the role. A little theater out there.
So how about that? Travis Harrison, 3 for 3 night with 2 runs and 3 RBI, including the 2-run bomb.
You know, there's a chance he's going to bat 2 more times, and he needs a triple, and he will have the cycle. Of course, that's the hardest of all to get.
Swing and miss from Doolin. He drops the count 0-2.
Yeah, the Otters, I mean, how many hits did they have last night? 5, 6, and here we got 10 already tonight. And we're only in the 4th inning.
Doolin sends one to left center, and it's off the base of the wall. And left center off of Taroni's sign. Doolin peels in to second base with the stand-up double.
Did you notice that center fielder? As they say, watch the outfielder and you know where it's going. And he just cruised. He knew it was beyond his reach. And all he was doing was just running back to get in an area, picking it up. I tell you what, there's nobody warming up in the Washington bullpen either. I guess the managers are going to say, well, tonight might be a lost cause, so no sense in using my pitching staff. Although the game is never over until the fat lady sings.
Foul back by Eldridge, 0-1. 2 outs, 7-0 lead.
Did he go?
Yes, he did. The umpire at home plate called it himself.
Okay.
0-2.
I thought he looked down the first baseline for help, and then I looked down, and the umpire's out in the field. So I lost concentration myself. Strike 3.
And that will end the 4th. But 3 more runs by the Evansville offense, including a 2-run home run by Travis Harrison. We're through 4, 7-0 lead for the Otters here on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Otters Digital Network presented by Crookmeyer and Kahn.
This Evansville Otters broadcast is made possible through support from New Image Travel. New Image Travel provides motor coach charter service to the United States and Canada with pickup within a 150-mile radius of Evansville. A full list of New Image Travel's offerings can be found online at newimagecharter.com. New Image Travel can be reached toll-free at 1-800-432-6213. New Image Travel, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
The University of Evansville bookstore, located on the first floor of UE's Ridgeway Center, is your one-stop shop for University of Evansville apparel and gifts. The bookstore features various UE items, including clothing from Nike, J America, and Cotton Exchange. The bookstore is open Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30, and Saturday, 10 to 2. Parking is available on Walnut Street and in UE's H-Lot. The UE bookstore can also be found on the web at evansville.bkstr.com. The University of Evansville bookstore.
Why Old National Bank? Old National Bank began in 1834 with just one room and a passion for helping people prosper. Today, we are honored and grateful to be the financial partner for so many businesses, families, and individuals like you. From our commitment to safety and security to our promise of service that will exceed your expectations, we want to be your bank for life. Old National Bank, member FDIC.
You're listening to exclusive coverage of Evansville Otters baseball on 91.5 FM WUEV Evansville.
Back on 91.5 FM WUEV, the Evansville Otters Digital Network presented by Crookmeyer and Kahn. It's our Otters Digital Network available via YouTube and the Evansville Otters channel on YouTube. Want to go check it out, just go to youtube.com and the search bar, type Evansville Otters. You go straight to the channel, or hopefully the live stream will just pop up right there on the first results. So otherwise, you can just tune in to 91.5 FM WUEV or WUEV.org. To the fifth, a 7-0 lead for the Otters. Again, plenty of run support now for Patrick McGruff, the starting pitcher tonight, making his Otters debut. And that misses to the backstop in the netting for ball one. Bill McHugh, Preston Leinenbach here with you on tonight's call.
Announce the ball game because, I mean, really, a 7-run lead. We've seen the bats explode for the Otters. 11 hits, 7 runs.
Strike called, 2-1. Beautiful night for baseball. Bicentennial night, celebrating Vanderbilt County's 200th anniversary. The Vanderbilt County Commissioner is helping put this one together and joining us for a night of baseball at Bosse Field. 2-2 count, foul ball.
Did they? I was wondering that they didn't throw the first pitch out. Mm-hmm. Oh, they did? Mm-hmm. Oh, I missed it. Where was I?
You were getting in the zone. You were getting ready for a broadcast. You were breaking down your lineup and being prepared.
Yes, I was studying.
There you go.
I was anticipating our big night. 91.5 WUEV.
2-2. And the dirt count full. It's also Girl Scout night. Pre-registered Girl Scout troops able to stay after the game with a post-game baseball clinic camped out in the outfield overnight. Just enjoy tonight in the outfield at Bosse Field. And Mike Hill goes down swinging. A strikeout by McGuff. Crowd number one. And also, right after the game, post-game fireworks show. And of course, the kids will have the chance to run the bases here at Bosse Field.
You know, ironically, here we are in the 5th inning. And Patrick McGuff is doing a pretty good job. He has walked 2, but he's only struck out 2. Ironic.
Marr at the plate. Looking at strike one. Now here comes the 0-1. Into the dirt and bounces away for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. It'll be interesting to see here the bullpen selection for Evansville. Obviously, last time was a closer game. But also, will we see some new fresh faces on the field in relief tonight? Fly ball charging in. Gardner. And he'll bring that one in for out number 2.
Yeah, it was a little miscommunication there in a way last night. Here you had the outstanding rookie pitcher of the year, 217, and he had less than a 1-point ERA most of the year. And here last year in 1 inning, he gave up quite a few runs, kind of ballooned his ERA before he even got a chance.
Now coming, you're referring to the 2017 Rookie of the Year in the league. Yeah, not the ideal debut for at least 2018, but I believe he'll figure it out. He was so good last year, I just don't see that being too much of a problem last night.
Well, he was given the award prior to the game by the Deputy Commissioner, Steve Kassler. Taraska is Dr. Stan Taraska, a friend of mine. I keep saying that wrong all the time. My apologies, Steve.
So 1 ball, 2 strike count after a foul ball. 2 outs. The Duck may have a quick inning here to get the strikeout here. Long pause, looking in. Couple shake-offs, but now the pitch on its way. Swing and a miss, up in the zone for the strikeout, and that will end the top half of the 5th. Halfway home from Boston Field, 7-0 lead for the Otters. This is Otters Baseball on WUEV 91.5 FM, the Evansville Otters Digital Network, powered by
The local area Pepsi Bottling Group distributors would like to wish the Evansville Otters the best of luck in today's contest. Featuring Pepsi Company products for distribution to retailers and vendors in the Tri-State, the Pepsi Bottling Group has 3 Tri-State locations at 901 East Diamond Avenue in Evansville, 2605 West Main Street in Marion, Illinois, and at 3081 Kentronics Drive in Owensboro. More information on Pepsi products can be found online at PepsiCo.com. Pepsi, a proud supporter of the Evansville Otters.
Come join the fun at UE Engineering Options Camp for middle school boys. Hosted by the University of Evansville's College of Engineering and Computer Science, the week-long day camp gives middle school boys an understanding of opportunities available in science, technology, engineering, and math through hands-on projects and activities. This year's camp will run June 18th through 22nd and includes grades 5, 6, 7, and 8. For more information about UE Engineering Options summer camps, visit evansville.edu/options.
Since 1994, Slays Restoration has been assisting Tri-State residents clean up and restore their properties after disasters of all kinds. Located at 2121 Cotter Avenue in Evansville, Slays Restoration offers assistance for water damage, fire and smoke damage, mold and biohazard mitigation, complete reconstruction, and much more. Slays Restoration can be reached toll-free 24 hours a day at 1-888-776-8555. It can also be found online at slaysrestoration.com.
On the Evansville Otters Digital Network, presented by Kirkmeyer and Kahn, as well as WUEV 91.5 FM. It's a 7-0 lead for the Otters and a chance to add more as we're only in the bottom of the 5th. 4 runs in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th. 11 hits tonight for the Otters as well, including a home run from Travis Harrison. Bill McCune, Preston Lionbach here with you tonight. First pitch, Valorio fouls left field side.
Little power, but foul by 30, 40, 50 feet. He jumped on that first pitch, got a good, quick bat. Valorio's from Brentwood, New York.
Valorio, foul ball first base side, and it will get into the seats bouncing off the field box level and into the grandstand.
Now, during spring training, he wore a armband. What was something that I noticed in spring training? There were 3.
That one came in pretty close. Florida has to walk away a little bit. It's a 1-2 count.
You know, I noticed there's an awful lot of young girls here with their young babies, or I shouldn't say young babies. I mean, you know, they're all within I'm going to say 2 months to 2 years old, all in their arms, and that's nice to see the parents bringing their children to these ball games. That is really nice. Indoctrinating them early.
It's a 1-2 count for Valorio. Strikeout and throw out, 2-3 for out number 1.
Yeah, he didn't look good on that one. It looked like last year where so many balls were way far outside in the dirt. The catcher had to scoop them, and yet the batters would swing and miss. That's the first I've seen so far this year. So now here comes Cruz. He needs a base hit, and everyone in the lineup would have a base hit.
So Cruz, again, hitless, 0-1. Looking at a 1-0 count after taking a ball.
And Cruz comes from Connecticut, Walcott, Connecticut. I don't know where that is. Connecticut's not that big of a state.
The 1-1. Three and 1, taking high above the letters. As this is still Krieg on the mound. So for Dormady, the starter, 2 1/3, 4 runs, 3 earned. And for Krieg, he's going to 3 runs in 2 innings so far.
Strike 2, right down the middle.
Yep.
Like I say, if I was in Vegas, I'd take the odds on a 3-1 count. It's going to be a fastball down the middle. Not saying it's going to be a strike, but it's going to be a fastball.
And he's got a hit.
And he's got his base hit.
Up the middle with 1 out. Cruz is on, and 1 through 9 for Evansville. They all have a hit tonight.
Yeah.
Harrison and Doolin with multiple hits. Everybody else with at least 1. Evansville also getting on with a walk here tonight with Long. Harrison with 3 RBI. Gardner with 2. 1 for Thomas. That's the kind of box score you'd like to see, and especially when it's only in the bottom of the 5th.
Yep. Spread those RBIs out.
Long.
Ooh.
They're going to say he went around, and it's strike 1.
I question that. I didn't think he rotated those hips. You know, to me, that's a strike. When you rotate the hips, not where the bat is.
Ooh.
He tried to go to left field. He slapped that to left field. It was a slapping type of a swing, which if you remember last year, he did that very effectively.
He went way out in front of home plate to try to make contact and send that to left.
Yeah. Well,
lost his balance. The 0-2. Down the dirt, 1 and 2.
Well, look where the third baseman is playing him. He's playing him. He's playing deep for third base, and he's shading to short, leaving a big gap between where the third baseman is and where the foul line is.
And this will go to short on a bounce. And 6-4-3, no.
Safe.
Long beat it out at first base on the back end as the shortstop for Washington, Marr, flipped it on to second to McEachern. And the turn was turned pretty well considering how close in proximity they were. That's a tough play, but Long able to beat it out.
Well, you notice Ryan on that particular swing, it was a slap type swing. He didn't take a full cut. He just run it to meet the ball, make contact, and he is now on base 4 times. Base hit, error, walk, and now a ground ball to short.
Here's Wells inside for ball 1.
So we have everybody in the lineup making a hit.
So Wells, 1 for 2 tonight with 2 runs scored already. So that's been part of it. Him and Long each with a hit and getting on base, but Long just got picked off at first for out number 3. So Wells will lead off the next offensive inning for Evansville. Otters lead 7-0 through 5 to the 6th here at Bossy Field on 91.5 FM WUEV, the Otters Digital Network, powered by Kirkmeyer & Kahn.
SRG Global, a Guardian company, would like to wish the Evansville Otters the best of luck in today's contest. Founded in 1932, SRG Global is one of the world's largest manufacturers of chrome-plated plastic parts for the automotive, commercial truck, and household appliance industry. Located locally at 601 North Congress Avenue in Evansville, SRG Global can be found online at srgglobal.com. They can also be reached in Evansville by phone at 812-477-6151.
Come join the fun at UE Engineering Options Camp for Middle School Girls. Hosted by the University of Evansville's College of Engineering and Computer Science, the camp is designed to give middle school girls an understanding of opportunities available in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics through hands-on projects and other activities. Eligible participants may receive a scholarship toward future attendance in the Options for High School Girls program. This year's camp will run June 10th through 13th. For more information about UE Engineering Options summer camps, visit evansville.edu/options.
The Tin Fish Restaurant, located at 300 West Jennings Street in Newburgh, Indiana, is a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball. Independently owned and operated, the Tin Fish menu features salads and sandwiches, as well as seafood platters and combos, and seafood burritos, tacos, and burgers. The Tin Fish Restaurant is open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. It can be reached by phone at 812-490-7000. The Tin Fish Restaurant.
Coming back on 91.5 FM WUEV and the Otters Digital Network. You can't make it to Bossy Field. The Otters Digital Network, brought to you by Kirkmeyer & Kahn, allows you to watch every regular season home game free of charge no matter wherever you are. The Otters Digital Network is the streaming home for your hometown team. To view games on ODN or for additional questions, go to EvansvilleOtters.com and click Watch Live. As we just had our new in-between inning promotion, the Evansville Legends Race, similar to the presidential race in Washington, as well as the sausage race in Milwaukee. Well, it's the Evansville Legends edition here at Bossy Field for the first time in 2018. Big heads all over the field.
And Benjamin Bossy won it, and he was the mayor of Evansville when this stadium was built, and that's why it's called Bossy Field. And Mike Grandowski, one of our former great announcers who passed away last year in a terrible car accident, Mike used to refer to me as that I had voted for Ben Bossy, and that it was not true. It was a rumor, and I deny it right now. I did not vote for Ben Bossy. Yeah, poor Mike.
Our good friend Mike
had a car accident. I got his picture right here. It was one of the best announcers that we ever encountered, and his soul is in heaven right now because he was a great, great man.
He helped me get started. Back
he was a gentleman, great announcer, gentleman, but a good friend.
True professional in the business as well. As we're in the 6th, it's a 7-0 lead for the Otters, but Guff on the mound still putting together a pretty good start. Mostly using his defense. Not a lot of strikeouts, as you mentioned.
No, he's got 3 at the most. 1, 2, 3. 3 strikeouts. And again, he doesn't need that many. He's making them hit the ball where the players are.
And Spinall on a shallow right field fly, diving in for Jeff Gardner to make the heroic catch for out number 1. As that ball started to sink really quickly there toward the end, and Garner laying out to make the catch.
Yeah, I don't know if it's unusual or what, but if you notice, the field umpire that was closest to the play didn't make the call. It was the home plate umpire. So that's amazing. The umpire that was closest to the play, who saw it, didn't make the call. The umpire behind plate did. Yeah, we were talking about, you mentioned that Gardner had 1 error last year. He played superbly, and he's doing that now, although I'm going to say it was a bad hop. And, yeah, but still it's an error, unfortunately.
2-0 count with Roman Collins at the plate, takes the strike, and it's 2-1. Yeah, I'm going to say it's possible as a bad hop. Especially the other day when that storm kind of blew through, that might have messed up the field a little bit. Going opposite field for a base hit, Collins, and they'll trickle all the way to the left field wall. Long gets it in to the relay at Thomas, and that'll hold Collins up at second for a double. That was a crazy storm we had the other day blow through. Bossy Field was just perfect, nice weather, high school game going on. All of a sudden the storm blew through, and all of a sudden probably about quarter-size hail came down, covered the field.
Was that Thursday? Mm-hmm. Well, I was in Indianapolis, so I didn't experience it. Although on the way home, coming down on 41, we did see the dark clouds, and although we didn't encounter any, it looked like there was a bad area.
Yep, some about quarter-size hail, and then the trees out front, all the leaves are blown off.
Oh, is that right?
And unfortunately, my car took a few dents. Grounder towards second on the first pitch to McEachern. Cruz has the play over to first for the ground out. And Collins will trot on over to third from second base.
No kidding. So I noticed when I was coming in last night that my wife made mention. She said, "Look at all the leaves." And I said, "Oh, school board, they probably come in and trim the trees because Mr. Bussing likes to have the lights when you walk into the stadium. He puts up these white Christmas lights, and he loves that, and the fans love it as well." And I figured that's what the school board did. Now you educated me. It wasn't the school board, it was nature.
Throw it, take the ball high. It was definitely Mother Nature. It came down, and of course, hitting the hailstones, hitting that rooftop here at Boston Field. They got loud really quickly, and everyone in attendance, including some of the players following their workout, were all out here with their phones trying to get video and photos of it.
Oh, is that right? Oh. Probably, especially the ones from the south where they don't get a chance to see things like this.
Definitely some good personalities on this Otters team. There's no doubt about that. Fly ball from Roa to right. Gardner tracking. Did he make the catch?
He made it. He made the catch, but is he okay?
He did.
Yeah, he made the catch.
Reaching up over the shoulder right in front of the fence. Slams into the fencing. Makes the catch. 2, I would say, top 10 plays that you might see on ESPN from Jeff Gardner in this inning.
He looked like a Notre Dame line end going out for a pass and
catching
reaching
that
up.
Hail Mary.
Yeah, and catching it. What a play.
As it's a 7-0 lead for the Otters to the bottom of the 6th here on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Otters Digital Network presented by Kruckemeyer & Kahn.
Injuries are inevitable. It doesn't matter if you're playing baseball, walking the dog, or falling from a ladder. Injuries happen. When they do, Tri-State Orthopedics offers treatment for sprains, strains, and fractures by medical specialists. Tri-State Orthopedics is located at 225 Cross Lake Drive in Evansville, just north of the Lloyd and I-164. Tri-State Orthopedics can be reached by phone at 812-477-1558. Its urgent care line is 812-474-OUCH. Tri-State Orthopedics, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
Are you a high school girl, grades 9, 10, or 11 who has completed geometry? Then you have options in engineering and computer science. The Engineering Options for High School Girls Summer Camp will be a 10-day program in London, England, and nearby Harlexton College. Here you will learn about exciting career opportunities available in engineering and computer science, and participants may receive UE College scholarships. This year's camp runs June 28th through July 7th. For more information about UE Engineering Options Summer Camps, visit evansville.edu/options.
The Pizza Brick Road always goes to Tyroni's. I'm in the mood for pizza and I'm ready to go. The Pizza Brick Road goes to Tyroni's. So follow me down the Pizza Brick Road. Road down to Tyroni's. The Pizza Brick Road. The Pizza Brick Road always goes to Tyroni's.
The Otters half of the sixth inning from Bossy Field. The Otters with a 7-0 advantage over the Washington Wild Things here on WUEV 91.5 FM, the Otters Digital Network powered by Krickemeyer & Kahn. And I can't tell you, but after that play by Jeff Garner, he got a standing ovation for I don't know how the longest time as he made his way to the dugout.
He deserved it. That was that should be on ESPN as one of the outstanding plays or catches in professional baseball this year. That really was outstanding.
And strike called to Wells as, again, he was at the plate last inning before Long got picked off. So he will be the batter to lead off this inning as Wells takes no one count. Now it's 1-1, ball away.
During the intermission, one of the advertisers was Tironi's, and unfortunately the owner of Tironi's passed away within the last 2 weeks, Jerry Turner, who was Don Mattingly's brother-in-law.
A 1-2 count with the strike taken by Wells.
And that is one of Commissioner Bill Lee's favorite spots, Tironi's, after the game.
Chopper foul at home plate. Keeps the count the same, 1-2.
Now, many, generally after Sunday afternoon ball games, or we used to play at 5 o'clock, and the games would get over at 8:30 or so, my wife and I would always stop at Tironi's and have a pizza pie. We used to call them tomato pies years and years ago in the East Coast.
Wells holds up when it's 2-2.
Yeah.
There's a new pitcher on the mound to start this inning, by the way. My fault of neglecting to mention that. Sam Mercy, the right-hander, 6'2", 200, out of McKees Rocks, Pennsylvania. A rookie who just played with the University of Pittsburgh last year.
And that is where John Schultz played his college career.
Wells pops it up. Just behind the second base bag, now into the grass, shallow center, and the shortstop there to make the play. And that's Brett Barr backing up to catch that ball. Yeah, when he was here during his workout, of course, he had a chance to catch up with our PA guy, Zane Kloffelter, and they talked Pittsburgh baseball and basketball.
Yeah, you know, I can tell you the story. I was scouting a pitcher at the University of Pittsburgh many years ago. And as we were all there watching him pitch, this young lady came up to the scouts. There must have been about 50 of us scouts. And because this pitcher was one of the better ones in the country. And she said, oh, yeah, so-and-so is going to, he wants $50,000 to sign, and he's going to medical school. Well, that turned me off right away. I said, hey, you know, I was working for Kansas City Royals. I'm going to give that guy $50,000. He's going to go to medical school, and you're never going to see him again. Well, you know who it was? Doc Medich went on to pitch, I don't know how many years in the major leagues, did end up having his medical degree, but also as a major league pitcher. Oh, he caught it on the fly, so there it is. Toby, line drive. Again, he may not get all the base hits, but he certainly puts that ball in play. Makes good contact.
So with 2 outs, Garner to the plate.
Well, it seems that when a ball player makes an outstanding play in the field, and as they come to bat, the player who makes the outstanding play always comes to the plate. And here it is. You raved about his defense and making that sensational catch, and here he is now batting.
Man, he can follow with a home run.
Oh, boy, wouldn't that be great? The home run king of the 2017.
Not only in terms of the regular season with 23, but also the home run derby champ at All-Star time last July. The 0-1 from Mersing. Down away for ball, 1 strike.
Now, I stand to be corrected. I'm not that good in keeping records of so on, but 23 home runs, I think that's the most by any Otter player in a year, single year.
And tied the single season record with Shane Houck.
Okay, Shane Houck okay.
And he'll sneak one through the right side to right field for another hit. Jeff Gardner on base once again.
Okay, that was the year then Shane got the 23 and Shane and Sweeney got 21.
So that would have been 2014, I believe.
Something like that, yeah. Okay.
And especially last year, we didn't really get to see a lot of Chris Sweeney due to health issues, and it wasn't necessarily healthy all the way, 100%. But now, as you mentioned, definitely a talented player all the way around.
Oh, he was so talented; it was unbelievable. I loved seeing him play.
Now, here's the guy of the night so far. This is Travis Harrison. He's 3 for 3, 2 runs, 3 RBI, a single, a double, and a home run.
Yeah.
So he needs that one extra base hit.
Right. He's got to put it out there by Taronis and then ricochet off that wall to get away from the center fielder to get the extra triple.
Slider that tails away, swinging strike there, 0-2.
You know, I not only, when I ran down first base, I not only sang the national anthem, I played the piano. I was that slow. And my first week in pro ball, I had a triple.
Harrison connects. This one will stay in the park to medium depth, left center. Harris over to his right, the center fielder for Washington to make the catch. And that will strain Gardner and end the 6th from Bosley Field. To the 7th, it's a 7-0 lead for Evansville here on 91.5 FM WUEV and the Otters Digital Network, presented by Crookmeyer & Kahn Jewelry Company.
Giving our best has prepared us for being the best. Announcing the University of Evansville's Harlexton College as the #1 ranked study abroad program in the nation. As a part of the UE experience, we offer all our students an unparalleled foreign study program.
More than 60% of UE students study abroad. Our students from all majors live, learn, and travel the world and still graduate in 4 years.
The University of Evansville's Harlexton College, the #1 study abroad program in America.
Heritage Federal Credit Union has 7 full-service branches in both Evansville and Newburgh, serving more than 38,000 members. Membership is open to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Vandenberg or Warwick County. Heritage Federal Credit Union offers mortgage and consumer loans, checking and savings accounts, as well as online banking for members. Heritage Federal Credit Union can be reached toll-free by phone at 1-800-858-1693. It can also be found online at hfcu.info.
Hey 91.5 UEV listeners, if you like the music we play and our programming throughout the week, please consider donating to WUEV. It's as easy as going to WUEV.org and clicking the Give button. Or if you have a local business and are interested in underwriting UEV programming, email us at wuev@evansville.edu. From the staff at 91.5 FM WUEV, we thank you for listening and appreciate your support. Going to the 7th inning here from Bossy Field. It's a 7-0 lead for the Otters. New pitcher with McGuff. His night's over with. And Ty Hensley will come in to pitch. Ty Hensley, 6'4", 245, a right-handed pitcher out of Northport, Florida. And he just arrived earlier this week with the Otters. And it'll be his Otters debut. Wears 50 on the jersey. We'd like to thank you for joining us here tonight on this Saturday night, Bossy Field. Bicentennial night. Bill McCune, Preston Leinenbach. As tonight, Bicentennial night, Girl Scout night, post-game fireworks show. But tomorrow, the finale, the rubber match, if the results hold, will be our first family fun day of the year. The $40 family package. That's $74 value for only $40. Includes 4 GA tickets, as well as some food vouchers and 2 inflatable passes. It's a 2:05 start time, so perfect afternoon start time for our families to come on out and join us here at Bossy Field.
And they can listen to you on 91.5 FM WUEV.
Otters Digital Network. Tickets are still available at EvansvilleOtters.com or by calling 812-435-8686. And next weekend, the Otters will host the normal Corn Belters. And that one tipped back by Medina. It's a 1-1 count. Friday night on the 18th against Normal will be a 6:35 start, as well as on Saturday at 6:35 p.m. Then Sunday, another 2:05 start. The Otters will hit the road there in the midweek to go to Joliet.
Now, is Sam coming in tomorrow, but won't be on the air, but yet will be coming in late?
Either late tomorrow or sometime Monday. He'll be joining the team, though, as the team won't be leaving until Tuesday morning. So he'll be able to get here, kind of take a breather real quick, and then he'll hop on the bus and join the Otters on the road.
Okay. Sam, if you're listening to us, we're waiting for you.
The 1-2. Oh, up and in. Medina had to lean back like he was going to go into the limbo pole or something. Basically just bent his back about 90 degrees. Ball in the dirt, 3-2.
Years ago, that would be called a drop. If he was throwing that pitch back in the 40s and early 50s, the way that ball sank, that would be called a drop.
And the pitch is high above the zone for ball 4 on the 3-2 pitch. So it's a leadoff walk here to Medina. Now bring up Kyle Pollock. Again, this was the guy who really, after the Washington offense grabbed the 1-run lead, he put the insurance on the board last night with that 2-run shot.
Yeah, we don't want anything like that to happen tonight. I mean, here we got a nice 7-0 lead. We've changed pitchers just like we did last night, and then all of a sudden, the roof caved in. So we don't want that to happen tonight.
Strike on the outer part of the black called.
This Hensley throws high overhand, and that's why the curveball is a sinker rather than a sweeping type.
Little peek over the shoulder, no pitch. Time was called late. Hensley, as I mentioned, took a little peek over the shoulder and then fired home, but will not count. We'll do it all over here in a second.
Well, in a way, that benefited Hensley because it was high and inside, which was the ball anyway, which you don't want. You want to throw strikes, not balls.
Goes downstairs for a ball 1 to even the count.
See, notice his delivery is high overhand. You don't see many pitchers throw there because I think the deltoid, if I'm correct, the deltoid muscle in your shoulder, it just, the ball doesn't rotate properly. I'm not saying it properly, but in my mind, I know what I'm thinking, but it's not coming out right. It's not natural to throw directly overhand, is what I'm trying to say.
It's hard to get the side spin when they're going over the top.
Yeah.
You get more of that side spin from 3/4 or below.
In fact, the lower your arm delivery is, the better it is for the arm. I mean, as far as injuries or soreness or whatever.
Yeah, because if we're going over the top, you can wedge that shoulder up. I can see what you're talking about. And again, it just makes it tough to get that side spin going left to right when you're going on a downward plane. Gardner with another nice play in right field as he had a long way to go to get to the foul line to make the catch. He's had a pretty good night after that bad bounce earlier that unfortunately will go against him in the stat book, but a 2-2 fly ball, and he's got that one in the glove.
And if you notice, it was right on the foul line, and he spun through a shot, perfect, right to second base, one hop. You couldn't ask for a perfect throw.
Yep.
Or perfect throw.
Don't take no chances. Either way, the runner might advance. Just get it back in.
That's right. You know, Joe DiMaggio in his heyday, and I'm talking about the 40s, Joe DiMaggio would hit a signal to left field in between third and short, and I watched it even when you're scouting in the 80s, 90s, and the 2000 in Major League Baseball. The left fielders, they wait for the ball to come to them. They don't charge. And Joe DiMaggio would take second base on it. He just never stopped running. He just automatically go to second. And that was heads up. But even today, the left fielders in the majors, they wait for the ball to come to them.
Mike Hill at the plate. 2-0 count, the third baseman for Washington. He's been tested a couple times defensively. Starting 2 5-3 double plays tonight. Takes one near the shoe tops, 3-0.
Now you say this guy just arrived this week, this pitcher?
Yep.
So he was not in the spring training regalia.
Nope, he arrived just about the same time as Doolin did. Doolin a day earlier, so he was able to get that last exhibition under his belt.
Okay.
But Hensley, he was with the Tampa Bay Rays organization of late.
So he got released from
But he's also been with the New York Yankees as well, and he's a former first-round pick.
You're serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
Gets the swing and a miss there. Count runs full. Drafted by the New York Yankees in the first round, the 30th overall pick of the 2012 June amateur draft. Right out of Edmond Santa Fe High School in Edmond, Oklahoma.
Oh, not from Florida. Edmond, Oklahoma.
Nope, he just currently resides in Florida.
Oh.
Hill gets a hold of one, but it will hook foul down the right field line.
So the Yankees drafted him. Wow. You know, I can tell you one thing what the Yankees would liked about this guy. Nothing about his talent. It's just his size. The Yankees love pitchers that are over 6 foot.
That one's ripped foul. And caught on the line in the stands. That snuck underneath the roof over here, and the guy grabbed and able to make the play.
Well, if you went to Baltimore, and he used to be an old Dodger pitcher, and he used to say, give that man a contract.
And then he goes above the head for ball 4. Valorio showing more motion than Hensley, as he'll be first and second with one out. Talking about signing people with contracts. Well, there was a high school game here earlier today at Bosse Field.
Oh, was there?
And it's, to me, it's impressive, especially here at Bosse Field, when high school kids are able to knock one out of the ballpark. But there was a game between Wrights and Gibson Southern where a ball was launched over the left field wall.
By Wright's player.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I saw Wrights play last year. They played my son's team from Plainfield. And I'll tell you what, I was impressed. Was it the coach's son by any chance?
I do not know. We were actually having a staff meeting. And
okay.
Of course, I guess that says a lot that I was kind of keeping an eye on the game instead of the meeting. But
now here's something that I think Max should do more often. He's finally going out. Yeah, he walked 2 batters, and now he threw one up in the screen. This guy, I was going to say, he was the #1 draft for the Yankees, but what was his record in the years that he played pro ball? I mean, walks versus strikeouts and innings pitched.
As you mentioned, Max Peterson out to the mound to talk things over after that one went high of Valorio's glove. So, with his time with the Yankees back in 2014, as he's kind of been in and out of professional baseball, and it shows here that he had a 2.93 ERA with 10 starts in 2014 in the Gulf Coast League and the New York Penn League. 30 2/3, 11 walks, 40 strikeouts. His record is right at 0-0, so did not get a decision either way.
I tell you what, my years in scouting, if you sign a #1, you're going to keep him for a number of years because you don't want to embarrass the scouting director and the general manager and the scout that signed him. The scout that signed him might lose his job, but the general manager and the scouting director are going to keep him in that organization. He's constantly high.
He's missing high, like you said, 3-0. Now, I'm not going to speculate too much because we don't know how he went from the Yankees to maybe the Tampa Bay Rays, but that was a time period where the Yankees were trying to get younger. Obviously, that was kind of the time where Rivera and Derek Jeter were starting to kind of get toward the end of their careers, so maybe a little movement to try to help the Yankees get younger, maybe. He could have been a piece in that.
Well, like I say, my experience, and I've had the opportunity of working out of the front office, and I know you tell the owner, they'll say, whatever happened to that #1 draft? And the scouting director, general manager, oh yeah, he was a great prospect, but during the winter he had that car accident and really jammed his arm, and since then he just can't pitch. But it was that car accident. It wasn't his talent. It was the car accident, because they're protecting themselves.
Strike 3, down and inside called. With the second and third situation, 1 out. Big strikeout there from Hensley.
And they were fastballs. Not he hasn't thrown too many breaking pitches. They're mostly all fastballs.
Evansville's bullpen has been active in the meantime, just in case. Of course, now we're getting to the stretch of the game where it might be just churning out players each inning. The batter being Harris, back to the top of the lineup.
Well, one more out, and then we have Zane Oddfeller singing the "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
Harris.
That is
left center. And
that's going to be out of here.
And it is gone. James Harris, the leadoff batter, who batted .299 a year ago, and it seems to be like a returning glue piece for the Wild Things this year. Just left the yard for a 3-run shot. And just like that, it is 7-3, and the Wild Things have some momentum to get back into this game.
And Mr. Harris hit a home run like that last night. So he's dangerous, and here comes, he is finished. So Mr. Hensley, I believe, is finished for the night.
Yep, the call to the bullpen has been made by Max Peterson. Here with 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. And with that, we'll step aside and take a break. This is Evansville Otters Baseball on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Otters Digital Network, powered by Kirkmar & Kahn.
A Case of the Blues is your home for blues music in the tri-state. featuring music from local artists like Honey Roy, Dale Niehaus and Bad Mojo, the Bosco France Band, and the Beat Daddies, as well as legends of the blues like B.B. King, Buddy Guy, and Muddy Waters. A Case of the Blues is on every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., only on your place for blues in the tri-state, 91.5 FM WUEV Evansville, a University of Evansville radio station.
The University of Evansville bookstore, located on the first floor of UE's Ridgeway Center, is your one-stop shop for University of Evansville apparel and gifts. The bookstore features various UE items, including clothing from Nike, J America, and Cotton Exchange. The bookstore is open Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30, and Saturday, 10 to 2. Parking is available on Walnut Street and in UE's H-Lot. The UE bookstore can also be found on the web at evansville.bkstr.com. The University of Evansville bookstore.
New pitcher in for Evansville, number 29, the lefty, Sean Adler, the 6'2", 205 left-hander coming in for the first time. Resides in Raleigh, North Carolina, and last played for the Gulf Coast League Nationals. Here on 91.5 FM, WUEV, the Otters Digital Network, presented by Kirkmeyer & Kahn Jewelry Company, located on Burkhart Road. So this is the first time we'll see Adler in regular season play. Cannot recall if he pitched during any of the home exhibitions. I know he did on the road, but I can't remember if he did in the home exhibitions or not.
Adler, I don't remember him pitching, no. I'm not saying he did. I don't remember.
I think he pitched only in the road games, being at Florence on that one Thursday, May 2nd, or May 3rd rather, and then the game down in Paducah against the Miners. And it looks like a pinch hitter coming in for Washington. This will be number 17, Austin Crutcher, from the right side. Spent his time with the Arizona League rookie-level Chicago White Sox. First pitch for a strike from Adler, the lefty on the mound. So Crutcher comes in for Fennell to be the new DH. Swing and a miss. Took a big hack at that one. Did not make contact. It's 0-2.
Well, Sean's got that low three-quarter type of delivery where he more or less slings the ball, and the ball has a tendency of moving when you're doing that.
And he'll get the strikeout. 1, 2, 3 out of the pen to get the third out of the 7. That's good work right there from Sean Adler.
Yeah.
It's time to stretch here from Bossy Field. The Otters lead 7-3. Going to the bottom of the 7th on 91.5 FM WUEV and the Evansville Otters Digital Network, presented by Kirkmeyer & Kahn.
7th inning stretch time. Get up and move wherever you are, unless you're driving the car.
Let me hear you. Going loud. A1, A2, A3. Take me out to the
Attention WUEV fans. You can now take WUEV wherever you go thanks to the mobile app TuneIn Radio. Catch all of your favorite WUEV shows, as well as every University of Evansville athletic broadcast and Evansville Otters game on your mobile device with the TuneIn Radio app. Just search TuneIn in your smartphone's app store to download the free app. You can also visit WUEV.org to download the app or go to tunein.com for more information.
Returning to play quickly here, dueling to left. And just enough room for the left fielder to make the catch. On the first pitch of the bottom of the 7th, Doolin carried that one off the field as far as he could. But Roman Collins just backing up about maybe a half foot to a foot in front of that fence to make the catch.
And I tell you, yes, you're right. A foot before the fence, and the flag is hanging. Now, if that was in the first or second inning, the way that wind was blowing, that would have carried out of here. So it just shows that.
For Doolin, let's put it this way. When he has made contact, he has shown that he has good strength. He just cannot really buy one right now to carry out of this park. He does have 2 hits tonight, though, with an RBI, but he's looking for that first home run. He's got some strength from the left side. There's no doubt about it, as Eldridge looks at 0-1, the pitch, breaking ball, swing and miss as it broke inside on the hands.
And he was fooled on that. If you notice, he took a step to swing hard and then got fooled, and he just paddled through it in slow motion.
Swing and a miss, 1-2-3 strikeout, and there's already 2 up, 2 down. First in relief for Washington. Just like Tremarco last time, Mershing started to put together a couple good innings here for the Wild Things. He's in his second inning of work. And here's Valorio, the catcher. 1 for 2. First pitch swinging. Cannot make contact.
Now, I wonder if tomorrow's game, if the other catcher, Mike Wisitalo, will catch. Now, in the past, that's the way Andy has worked. Whereas he had 2 catchers, and it seemed like he alternated them, especially in the doubleheader or whatever. So it'll be interesting to see if Mike catches tomorrow. I like Mike. I thought he was a pretty good catcher.
Grounder that bounces off of the shortstop. Marr, as he got behind it, got down to a knee, but it just went up his body and to his left.
I'll tell you what, between Long, who is on base, all base hit, error, walk, and a ground out, force at second, been on base every time. So as Valorio, he's got a hit. He's been hit by, he struck out. He got a hit. He was hit by a pitch. He struck out, then he got on with the error. So he's been on 3 out of the 4 times. Long has been on 4 out of 4. Again, as I said earlier, it makes no difference how you get on as long as you're on. You can't score unless you're on the bases. Now, that was a political speech someone had been writing and saying, how wrong is he? That's not correct. You don't have to be on the bases. You can hit the ball over the fence and score from home plate, which again is not on the field. You're out of the playing field when you're in the batter's box.
Cruz at the plate, 1-1, strike 1 and 2.
Do you realize that? When you're in the batter's box, you are not in the field.
It's like a neutral zone, I guess.
That's right.
That's why if a ball hits a batter, but he still has that 1 foot in the batter's box,
it's a foul ball.
Foul ball. An ugly swing and miss there as he went reaching. And that's out number 3 on the strikeout.
He looked bad on that one.
Otters strand a runner. We're through 7, going to the 8th. It's 7-3 lead for Evansville over Washington. This is Otters Baseball on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Evansville Otters Digital Network, presented by Krickermeyer and Kahn.
Free music, ticket giveaways, artist interviews, and jazz that cooks the blues away. The sounds are perking hot in the Jazz Cafe. I'm Paul Mattingly. I bring all that is jazz and focus on some of the best in area music and culture. Tune into the Jazz Cafe every Friday from 3 until 6 p.m. If online music is your obsession, catch us at WUEV.org. 91.5 UEV is your only place for jazz in the Tri-State.
Come join the fun at UE Engineering Options Camp for middle school boys. Hosted by the University of Evansville's College of Engineering and Computer Science, the week-long day camp gives middle school boys an understanding of opportunities available in science, technology, engineering, and math through hands-on projects and activities. This year's camp will run June 18th through 22nd and includes grades 5, 6, 7, and 8. For more information about UE Engineering Options summer camps, visit evansville.edu/options.
Coming back here on 91.5 FM WUEV and the Carmine Con Otters Digital Network. For all your official Otters apparel, be sure to visit the Otters gift shop located in the main tunnel behind home plate at Bossy Field from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, normal business days, or anytime during an Otters game. Get an Otters shirt, hat, or other specialty items in the Evansville Otters gift shop here at Bossy Field, 23 Don Mattingly Way. As Aller back out to the mound to start the top of the 8th, finished the top of the 7th last time. As Collins is the batter for Washington.
And the public announcer, Zane Hotfelder, announced there was over 6,000 fans attending tonight's game. What a crowd. I'll tell you what, on behalf of the Evansville Otters, we want to thank you all. Boy, wouldn't it be nice if we had this crowd every night?
That's all. There's no excuses. Come on out. We should get over 6,000 or sell out every night.
Yeah.
Especially on the weekends, because there's nothing better to do than Evansville Otters baseball during the summertime.
No, sir. It's a cheap date for some guy dating his girl. You know, $5 for a ticket, and so it costs you $10. And my God,
tickets are cheap, and it's close by. You don't have to drive a couple hours to go see a major league game. You can just get a affordable family fun here at the ballpark in Evansville.
Struck out.
Strike out there of Collins, and there's one down.
Yeah, you go to Chicago, Kansas City, or St. Louis, you're going to be paying $35 to $50 a ticket.
That's the cheap seats, too.
Yes, exactly. And then you're going to spend, about $20 on gas, maybe $20 a park, have a hot dog and a soda. There's another $15. And before you know it, you and the wife and the kids, you spent $500. Here you can do it all for $50.
And depending where you go, you might have to pay for a hotel, too.
That's right.
As Adler with the pitch, 1-1 count now. McEachern at the plate. Ooh, good pitch there. Tied him up, down and in. And that's tough for that left-handed batter to read coming out of the left-handed pitcher on the mound. With that delivery, you think, oh, it might actually slide away. Nope, it came down and in. And like you always say, the lefties love that down and inside pitch.
Yeah, they love him.
Goes back away, grounder toward Thomas. That ball kind of changed direction a little bit, I think.
Exactly. But then again, there's Toby. He comes in smooth as could be. Gets his body in front, two hands. The ball goes in the glove. He takes the ball out, throws inaccurate to first base. What a shortstop. Boy, I'll tell you what. We're going to have a great defensive infielder this year.
And just like that, 2 outs with Roa to the plate. Top of the 8th inning from Bossy Field. Again, the score 7-3 in favor of your Evansville Otters. Strike called, 0-1. Defensively, Wells playing toward right center to the right-handed batter. Opposite field, swinging to miss. It's 0-2.
That ball tailed away. a lefty, the way they throw, and especially low three-quarter like this, the ball's got a tendency to move. And as a catcher, sometimes you don't know whether it's going to move to the right or to the left.
Nothing into the count. Trying to go for a waste pitch to get him the chase. Does not offer, and it's 1-2. In on the hands grounder, backhanded on a slide by Doolin, underhands to Aller covering at first.
What a play!
Nice soft hands by Doolin to make that play, as well as Aller receiving the ball.
I tell you what, I didn't think that much of our first baseman, Brandon, but he's starting to show me things.
He stays with it. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go.
7-3 to score. We got to go to break here, Bill, as you're listening to Evansville Otters Baseball on WUEV 91.5 FM in the Pregame Otters Digital Network.
Come join the fun at UE Engineering Options Camp for middle school girls. Hosted by the University of Evansville's College of Engineering and Computer Science, the camp is designed to give middle school girls an understanding of opportunities available in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics through hands-on projects and other activities. Eligible participants may receive a scholarship toward future attendance in the Options for High School Girls program. This year's camp will run June 10th through 13th. For more information about UE Engineering Options summer camps, visit evansville.edu/options.
The University of Evansville's 9th Annual Honoring Women Veterans Conference is Saturday, June 16th, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. in the Ridgeway Center. There'll be informative presentations, a complimentary lunch, and free manicures, facials, massages, prizes, and more. It's a day of fun with fellow women veterans on the UE campus. Register by June 1st for this free event for women vets and current military. Go to evansville.edu/Veterans Affairs. Questions? Call Sherry at 812-488-2141.
Giving our best has prepared us for being the best. Announcing the University of Evansville's Harlexton College as the #1 ranked study abroad program in the nation. As a part of the UE experience, we offer all our students an unparalleled foreign study program.
More than 60% of UE students study abroad. Our students from all majors live, learn, and travel the world and still graduate in 4 years.
The University of Evansville's Harlexton College, the #1 study abroad program in America.
You're listening to exclusive coverage of Evansville Otters baseball on 91.5 FM WUEV Evansville.
Coming back to action for Blossfield, bottom of the 8th. The Otters leading 7-3. Long at the plate. Takes strike one, so it looks like Evansville's got to get a few batters on base and maybe around to give Harrison one more shot at the cycle.
Yep.
For the new pitcher in, this is Trevor Bradley, 6 foot, 185, returning from the Wild Things a year ago. And on a 1-1 count now here on WUEV 91.5 FM, Kirkmeyer and Kahn Otters Digital Network. Bill McCune, Preston Leinenbach here with you on the call tonight. And as Long tries to be sneaky to get that bunt hit, but fouls it toward the Washington dugout, third base side.
I tell you what, that's what makes Long a dangerous batter, because he's got good speed, he's got good intelligence. You see where the third baseman's playing him, and he's utilized his intelligence trying to put that ball down to third, which was good. His mother and father, tough one.
Yeah, it takes a tough called strike 3, and he'll walk back to the dugout. And there's one down with Wells coming now from the on-deck circle.
And I was just going to say, his mother and father drove all the way from Crandall, Texas to see their son, Ryan. And I was hoping that, he'd get that bunt down, because I know, I tell you what, when you drive 10, 11 hours just to see your son, you want to make sure that they play well.
Strike called to Wells, 0-1. The righty batter digging in.
13 hits. That's an awful lot of hits.
And look at one more.
14 hits.
And this is going to go deep in the left center. Wells booking it on the second, sliding in. Safe leg first slide there by Wells, the center fielder.
I'm glad Zach got that hit because, again, you know, he had a rough game last night, and to see him get 2 hits tonight, that's great. We've had quite a few ball players, Otters, get 2 hits, 2 or more hits. And Zach's got him. Gardner's got him. Harrison's got him. Brandon's got him. Yeah, that's quite a few hits.
So the 1-out double brings up Thomas. Garner on deck, Harrison in the hole, so he might have a chance.
Yeah, I hope Toby gets a base hit. He needs to. Ooh, you got fooled on that one. That was a off speed.
It stops in midair and then finishes.
Yeah.
When it's really sharp and good command from pitchers, as Bradley on the mound had that one fouled back by Thomas, and it's 0-2. It defies physics almost.
You know, when I was with the Kansas City Royals, one of the scouts that I hired. Ooh.
That is foul.
I thought that went over the bag, but I guess I was wrong. Anyway, when I was Eastern Supervisor of Scouts for the Kansas City Royals, I hired this guy down there in Virginia. And needless to say, he worked for the CIA. And they tested in the CIA lab whether a curveball is an optical illusion or whether it doesn't. And they spent thousands of dollars on...
There's a wild pitch that allows Wells to go to third on now the count 1-2.
Yeah. But a curveball is a curveball. It's not something that you think it's a curve. Yeah, his name was Jim, and I can't think of his last name. Jim. He was a CIA man. He said, after I finish retirees, I'll tell you things you won't believe.
2-2 count now with the ball taken by Thomas with number 2 at bat.
They're playing in. Good opportunity to drill one through the infield.
Lays off, taking the pitch down and in for ball 3. Wells taking his lead in foul territory from third base.
Oh, no.
That one tailed away from Thomas, who went reaching for it. Tried to just get a piece.
I tell you, you know, so many times with a 3-2 count, they make up their mind it's going to be a strike, and they commit themselves. That was a ball 4.
So here comes Jeff Garner with 2 outs and a runner at third. Quickly here looking at the line score, 3 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for Washington, 7 runs, 14 hits, and a pair of errors for Evansville as well. Down and in, called a strike. Either way, a good take by Garner because that was a zipping fastball that was in a tough location to really get the bat head in the barrel to. Looks at an 0-1 count.
Ooh.
That one on the outer half for a strike. Garner's asking, you can't get both sides.
Yeah.
Gotta give him advantage somewhere, but give me the other advantage on the other half.
You know, that particular pitch right there, John Schultz went after it, and he might have hit it down the left field line for a home run. Schultz had opposite power. There were several that John Schultz hit that was inches away from that fair foul line down there in left field. It's unbelievable how close they were to being foul balls, but home runs instead.
Garner taking it, now waits the 1-2. Here it is. Down and in, lays off 2-2 with 2 outs. I'm still waiting for somebody to hit it through that little hole that says hit it here for the J.E. Shuckle sign. I want to see that happen.
What do you get if you do?
I don't know. That's why I got to wait to find out.
Oh, okay.
The curiosity is killing this cat. Ooh, just got a piece there by Garner.
Well, back in the 50s, I don't remember the town, but there was a hole like that, but it was the size just a little bigger than the size of a baseball. And if you hit one through there, you got $100,000.
Oh, wow.
But it was like a trillion to one shot that you had to hit a line drive like 400 feet.
Oh, up the middle, off of Bradley, and that's going to be a hit for Gardner. He's able to just beat it out. So Gardner gets the hit on the RBI as well as went all the way home for the run, and it's an 8-3 lead.
Yeah, that was going into center field, and the pitcher just stopped it a little, and shortstop made a nice play, but Gardner beat it out for 3 hits tonight. And that makes it 8-3.
All right, so here we go. Harrison gets his chance.
Yeah.
Bottom of the 8th, again, an 8-3 lead for the Otters, with Wells coming home to score.
Do you remember that last year we had a similar situation like this with Josh Allen? And
that's in there for a strike.
Josh had a triple, home run, and a single. And all he needed was the double. And
I know where you're going with this.
And anyway, people were saying, well, he should have, taken the triple instead of getting that double. But anyway, hey, getting the cycle it's unbelievable.
Runner goes, and Gardner.
He's out.
He's out.
He's out.
Got a couple stolen base last night, but not so here tonight, as that will end the inning for Evansville. But 1 run does score. It's 8-3 Evansville going to the bottom of the 8th here at Bossy Field. This is 91.5 FM WUEV and the Kirkheimer & Kahn Otters Digital Network.
Are you a high school girl, grades 9, 10, or 11 who has completed geometry? Then you have options in engineering and computer science. The Engineering Options for High School Girls Summer Camp will be a 10-day program in London, England, and nearby Harlexton College. Here you will learn about exciting career opportunities available in engineering and computer science, and participants may receive UE College scholarships. This year's camp runs June 28th through July 7th. For more information about UE Engineering Options Summer Camps, visit evansville.edu/options.
Hey 91.5 UEV listeners, if you like the music we play and our programming throughout the week, please consider donating to WUEV. It's as easy as going to WUEV.org and clicking the Give button. Or if you have a local business and are interested in underwriting UEV programming, email us at wuev@evansville.edu. From the staff at 91.5 FM WUEV, we thank you for listening and appreciate your support.
A Case of the Blues is your home for blues music in the tri-state, featuring music from local artists like Honey Roy, Dale Niehaus and Bad Mojo, the Bosco France Band, and the Beat Daddies, as well as legends of the blues like B.B. King, Buddy Guy, and Muddy Waters. A Case of the Blues is on every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., only on your place for blues in the tri-state, 91.5 FM WUEV Evansville, a University of Evansville radio station.
Digital Network, presented by Kirkheimer & Kahn and WUV 91.5 FM. And just a reminder, celebrate your first friend, your best friend, and lifetime friend, your mother. Express your love and appreciation with an exclusive gift from Kirkheimer & Kahn on Burkhart Road on Evansville's east side. To the 9th, Evansville a chance to close this one out for scoring one more run in that bottom of the 8th. But it's going to have to hold for a sec, as this one's going to get down off the bat of Medina in left field in front of Long to lead off the 9th. Be sure to stay tuned for our post-game show as well. go through the box score, and look ahead to tomorrow.
Well, here we are in the bottom of the ninth, or top of the ninth, rather. And we've got a runner on first. And it's an 8-3 ball game. And we've had fireworks here during the game, but we'll have fireworks after the game as well. So it's been a great night for the Otters.
Yep, and it's not just little bottle rockets for the post-game fireworks. It's a big show, a big display. On back-to-back nights, had some after last night, which unfortunately followed a loss. Hopefully tonight the post-game fireworks show will follow a win.
Yeah. And what is surprising, the crowd of over 6,000, most of them are all here. I'm going to say there's about 5,000. Yes, some of the mothers had to take those little children home because it's, it's a little after 9, and some of them had to be in bed. So, but the grandparents, the parents, and the grandparents are still here. And there's those of us who are great-grandparents are still here.
2-1. Adler still the pitcher on the mound. The lefty, the runner at first. Now it's a 3-1. With Pollock the batter. And again, hopefully he can not duplicate what he did last night with a late game home run that really summed up the rally for Washington in game 1. Ooh! The liner that Adler almost got in front of. Luckily, he had missed him, and it's going all the way to center field for Wells to bring back in. Toby Thomas also tried to back it up, but it snuck through, and that was a hard shot. And Adler's got to take a moment probably to just kind of wipe the brow a little bit. Hat flew off and everything.
I wonder what the heartbeat was. Rushed.
I wonder what was higher, the heartbeat or the exit velocity off the bat? Because I bet they were both pretty elevated.
Oh, yeah.
The slider doesn't quite get back in over the plate on the left-handed batter, Hill. First and second, and now Harrison will go in to talk to Adler from third base. Pick up the rosin bag. So last night it was Thomas. This time it's Harrison to kind of just settle things down a little bit.
Right, and if you notice, Toby, as Harrison come in to talk to him with the runner on second, even though there's timeout, Toby Thomas started drifting over to third just in case that the guy on second had any thought of going to third, even though it was timeout. But that's heads up. That's why I like that guy. He's a leader. He's intelligent.
Got baseball IQ.
That's exactly right. He is going to be a great asset for the Otters this year.
It's a 3-0 count. As Adler struggling, and a righty getting loose in Evansville's right field bullpen. No action for Washington. And ball forward to Hill. So the base is loaded, no one out.
Okay, this is the time. Again, just go out. Max, just go out and talk to him and say, hey, you got a 5-run lead. Calm down. Just throw strikes. Let the fielders make the outs.
As Washington looks like we'll go to a pinch hitter, number 11, Lewis Meatley. So the base is loaded, no one out, pinch hitter. Time called by Valorio, and hey, that'll give a little extra couple pitches down there for that bullpen by just calling time and giving some signs of selling in, again, just kind of kill a few extra seconds. Foul back on the first pitch by Mealy, the pinch hitter.
I tell you, he wasn't waiting, and he got a good pitch to hit. Good block that time. Good block, otherwise that was a run.
The 1-1 count now. Grounder toward Doolin. He's going to step on first. They'll give up the 1 run, but get the out at least at first base.
Well, that if you notice, Preston, that was a kind of a tricky ground ball. It was hit off the end of the bat like a cue, and that might be the end of Sean. But if that was hit harder, the ball could have gone the home to first and got a double play and cut the run off. But it was too squeegee of a type ground ball.
So with that, a pitching change will be made. It's an 8-4 lead for the Otters, top of the 9th. We'll set aside and take a break. This is Otters Baseball on WUEV 91.5 FM, the Otters Digital Network.
The University of Evansville bookstore, located on the first floor of UE's Ridgeway Center, is your one-stop shop for University of Evansville apparel and gifts. The bookstore features various UE items, including clothing from Nike, J America, and Cotton Exchange. The bookstore is open Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30, and Saturday, 10 to 2. Parking is available on Walnut Street and in UE's H-Lot. The UE bookstore can also be found on the web at evansville.bksti.com. The University of Evansville bookstore.
Attention WUEV fans. You can now take WUEV wherever you go thanks to the mobile app TuneIn Radio. Catch all of your favorite WUEV shows, as well as every University of Evansville athletic broadcast and Evansville Otters game on your mobile device with the TuneIn Radio app. Just search TuneIn in your smartphone's app store to download the free app. You can also visit WUEV.org to download the app or go to tunein.com for more information.
Free music, ticket giveaways, artist interviews, and jazz that cooks the blues away. The sounds are perking hot in the Jazz Cafe. I'm Paul Mattingly. I bring all that is jazz and focus on some of the best in area music and culture. Tune into the Jazz Cafe every Friday from 3 until 6 p.m. If online music is your obsession, catch us at WUEV.org. 91.5 UEV is your only place for jazz in the tri-state.
In the middle part of this top of the 9th inning, a pitching change for Evansville, number 12, Mitchell Aker, 6'2", 195, righty from Vienna, Virginia, coming in to pitch. Try to close this one out. Runners on base for Washington at second and third, as that's an 8-4 lead for the Otters on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Otters Digital Network, powered by Kirkmeyer & Kahn. With 1 out on the board on that nice little fielding play by Doolin. Like you said, Bill, before the break, that was an awkward cue shot on the ground.
Right.
And we've seen a few ground balls that kind of change directions or take awkward bounces.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've been here a good many years, and I've never seen the infield grass in the bad shape that it is. Now, it's not Lance's problem.
That's Evansville weather that took effect this year more than anything, as this is a first pitch fly ball.
Runner's going to score, but that's okay.
Sack fly, and Wells goes back into Thomas at second to keep that runner at second.
Right.
And it's an 8-5 lead. Yeah, because of the weather, it stayed cold where the grass just couldn't get fresh.
Right. And it was a kind of a... It was unbelievable when I first came here about 3 weeks ago, and the grass was more whitish. And it looked like that certain grass that in the wintertime turns white. And I know Mr. Stanley, the president of the Otters, asked me, he said, is this unusual? I said, to me it was. Yes, I don't remember ever seeing it this color. And you can see it's still got some bad spots.
Yeah, because, I mean, we were still having frost into, mid-April almost at times.
Right.
And again, we really haven't had we didn't really at the time have a lot of rain. We've had a little bit of late the last couple of weeks. And it's starting to turn a little green now. It just might take a little bit longer than usual just because we had such an odd transition from winter to spring this year.
Yeah.
The 1-0 to Fennell. The 2-0 count. Again, 8-5 to score. Otters leading with 2 outs. The sac fly. Wells able to catch it and get it back in to keep that second runner at second base. Heads up play there. The 2-0. Down away, ball 3 is Aker looking to find the strike zone here.
Right, he's overthrowing. He's trying to throw that fastball by the batter, and his control is not there. when you overthrow, you lose command. You just work on getting the batter out. Never mind striking him out.
The 3-0, ball 4. So Fennell will go down to...
Oh, this is the tying run coming to the plate now. 19. This is Collins.
Or excuse me, that was Crutcher. I forgot he pinch hit for Fennell earlier in the game. Here's Collins.
Now Collins has got a double already. He struck out twice.
Strike called at the D's. 0-1. Time called. And another time.
Well, you know, sometimes a batter will do that just to throw the pitcher off stride. And that might be his, what he's trying to do now is shake up the pitcher. Oh, who knows? It's a base hit. Oh, no way!
Cruz there to get the liner to catch it and win the game for the Otters. The final score, Evansville 8, Washington 5. What a play to finish out the game for the Otters.
Yeah, there goes the big guns.
And, well, we have bigger guns to come with the fireworks show yet to come.
I know it.
As the Otters win 8-5. A nice defensive play there. Cruz there to catch the line drive to end the game. And that's a good bounce back game for the Otters here tonight. I know there's still 5 runs on the board, but things seem to work better for the team, both offensively especially, and some good defensive plays as well.
Well, I want to tell you, Preston, anytime you get 6,000 fans at a game, you want your home team to win because, you know, that's when they come back more to see a winning team. And tonight they showed the fans, hey, we want you back. Baseball's exciting. Baseball's alive in Evansville.
In the final score, Evansville 8, Washington 5. Of course, the rubber match tomorrow as the Otters even the series. We'll step aside, take a break, come back to the postgame show. This is Otters Baseball on WUEV 91.5 FM. Kirk Meyer Otters Digital Network.
Come join the fun at UE Engineering Options Camp for middle school boys. Hosted by the University of Evansville College of Engineering and Computer Science, the week-round day camp for middle school boys understanding the opportunities available in science, technology, engineering, and math through hands-on projects and activities. This year's camp will run June 18th through 22nd and includes grades 5, 6, 7, and 8. For more information about UE Engineering Options summer camps, visit evansville.edu/options.
A Case of the Blues is your home for blues music in the Tri-State, featuring music from local artists like Honey Roy, Dale Niehaus and Bad Mojo, the Bosco France Band, and the Bee Daddies, as well as legends of the blues like B.B. King, Buddy Guy, and Muddy Waters. A Case of the Blues is on every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., only on your place for blues in the Tri-State, 91.5 FM WUEV Evansville, a University of Evansville radio station.
Giving our best has prepared us for being the best. Announcing the University of Evansville's Harlexton College as the #1 ranked study abroad program in the nation. As a part of the UE experience, we offer all our students an unparalleled foreign study program.
More than 60% of UE students study abroad. Our students from all majors live, learn, and travel the world and still graduate in 4 years.
The University of Evansville's Harlexton College, the #1 study abroad program in America.
Hey 91.5 UEV listeners, if you like the music we play and our programming throughout the week, please consider donating to WUEV. It's as easy as going to WUEV.org and clicking the Give button. Or if you have a local business and are interested in underwriting UEV programming, email us at wuev@evansville.edu. From the staff at 91.5 FM WUEV, we thank you for listening and appreciate your support. on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Evansville Otters digital network powered by Kirkmeyer & Kahn. The Otters get the win 8-5. And Bill, it's been an exciting night of baseball. There's no doubt about it.
I'll tell you what, the Otters have really, they've seen the ball much, much better tonight. They've got quite a few hits. And we had several of our players get 2 or more hits. I mean, this was really an excellent night for offensive baseball from the Otters. The pitching, I'll tell you what, outside of that young man that came in, was it Hensley? Other than that, the pitching wasn't bad. So it wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. And I'll tell you what, I was impressed by some of the players.
Yeah, a pair of errors on the board defensively for Evansville. But overall, I thought the defense made some good plays behind their pitching staff. Gardner with a couple of plays, you know, he had the one miscue. I mean, overall, the defense seemed to be pretty well on point.
Oh, I agree with you. And like I said, you know, when you see the shortstop out there making plays, that he's putting his body in front of it, and not like previous shortstops that used to backhand where the ball would hit off the heel of the glove to have a run for an error. This way, Taui is playing heads-up baseball the way he was taught probably in the grammar school.
So we'll take a chance here to take a look at the box score here in the post-game show. First for Washington, Harris, 2 for 4. A run score, finishes with 4 RBI, including his second home run of the series. Evansville's got to find a way to maybe slow him down to clinch the series tomorrow.
Yeah.
As Crutcher pinched hit, walked. Collins, 1 for 5, pair of strikeouts. McEachern, I'll get it by the end of this weekend, I promise you. 1 for 4 tonight. Roa 0 for 4. Medina 1 for 3 with 2 runs and a walk. Pollock 1 for 3 with a run scored and a walk. Hill 0 for 1 with 3 walks tonight and a run scored. Marr 0 for 3 with a strikeout. And then Fennell 0 for 4, a strikeout. Mealy with an 0 for 1 appearance and an RBI on a sacrifice. Pitching-wise, Dormany goes 2 1/3, 8 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 2 strikeouts. Crete 2 2/3, 4 hits, 3 runs. Mercy 2 innings scoreless, pair of strikeouts. Bradley an inning, 2 hits, with a 1 run unearned, 2 strikeouts. As the fireworks show begins here at Bosse Field, Long for Evansville, 1 for 4 with a run scored, a walk. Wells 2 for 4 with 3 runs scored. Wells crossing home plate 3 times. Thomas 1 for 5 runs scored and an RBI. Gardner 3 for 4 with 3 RBI as well, as he was able just to put the ball into play and really make something happen with just some small hits here tonight. Harrison 3 for 4, 2 runs, 3 RBI, just a triple shy of the cycle. Julian 2 for 4 with an RBI, 1 for 4 for Eldridge, 1 for 3 for Valorio, and 1 for 4 for Cruz. Everybody in that offensive lineup gets a hit tonight, Bill.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Gardner got 3 hits and made an outstanding play in the outfield. And then you had Brandon Doolin, who also got 2 hits, but also made an outstanding play in the infield. And then you had Wirtz getting 2 hits, a double, and Long, outstanding. And here we are. I'll tell you what, outside, every single Otter player got a base hit tonight. It was really great.
Hopefully that'll carry over into tomorrow with some momentum to get the series finale. And then the pitching lines. McGuff, 6 innings, 3 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Hensley, 2/3, allowing just the 3 runs. Didn't really settle in too well with a pair of walks. Aller, 8 1/3 scoreless with 2 strikeouts. And then Aker, an inning, 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned with 2 walks. McGuff will get the win though. Nice little debut for him in an Otters uniform.
Oh yeah. Again, he wasn't impressive, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks or something. But the thing is, he was a little consistent, and that's what you need. He got the job done.
So again, the final score, Evansville wins 8-5. Tonight, 5 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for Washington. 8 runs, 15 hits, 2 errors for Evansville. And real quickly here, we'll take a look at the other scores from across the league as soon as the scoreboard will update on my computer. Right here we go. So the Otters will get the win 8-5. A final score in Southern Illinois and Marion, 3-2, the Miners over the Crushers. Rascals and Thunderbolts postponed. Freedom defeat the Slammers 10-1. Bottom of the 7th, Traverse City and Normal 7-7. And then also the bottom of the 7th, Gateway leading Schaumburg 5-0. And that's a look across the Frontier League. And of course, tonight's player of the game brought to you by Western Ribeye. When you're craving excellence, Western Ribeye and Ribs satisfies. Call 812-476-5405 to make reservations. Bill, your player of the game.
I'm going to have to go with Gardner, to be honest with you. I thought he got 3 hits, the RBIs, but that defensive play in the outfield, I'm going to go with Gardner.
So again, tomorrow's game, the series finale, the rubber match opening weekend, set for 2:05 p.m. You can see that on the Evansville Otters digital network powered by Crookermeyer Con. We will not have that on the radio tomorrow because UB baseball will be in action tomorrow afternoon. So our next radio broadcast will come later this week, but you can see it again on the Otters digital network via youtube.com.
Okay. Now, someone's going to ask you and say, how can the McCune say Gardner was the MVP or outstanding when the other Harrison got a double, a home run, and a single? Well, that's my opinion.
And you have your right to your opinion, Bill.
That's right.
No doubt about that. So again, the first pitch tomorrow, 2:05, family fun day here at the ballpark. We hope to get things going about 10-15 minutes before first pitch to set up the scene for tomorrow's game. And by the way, Otters win, but if you recall in this state a year ago, Shane Weedman threw that no-hitter at Southern Illinois.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
The former Otters pitcher, the second no-hitter in franchise history, was a year ago today.
Wow, that's unbelievable. Yeah, we've had a no-hitter, but the no-hitter that was there was a 7th inning. And as soon as he, shortly after he threw that no-hitter, he was picked up by, who was it, the Arizona Diamondbacks or somebody?
Talking about Chad James.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that'll be how we wrap up tonight's broadcast. I want to thank everyone who made tonight's broadcast possible, and as well as our listeners. But on the radio side, our board operator and producer, Paul Pregame, the general manager at WV, Kim McDowell, and the technical engineer, Phil Bailey, as well as our Otters Digital Network crew, as well as our camera people, our technical director, as well as our co-director and video board operator as well. And for Bill McCune, I'm Preston Leinbach, repeating tonight's final score, Otters 8, Washington 5. We will see you tomorrow here at 2:05 at Bossy Field on the Otters Digital Network, presented by Crookermeyer and Con. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Grounder, and it's over Hill's head in the left field. Here comes Long around third base. Wells is on his way to third, but Long will touch home plate.